Hey, this ain't a drill. Only time I'm playing is on the field. And when I'm on the field, no, I got mad skills. And you know we about to eat this a fast meal. Y'all gotta pay for this heat like a gas bill. We keep on coming back, so yeah, they mad still. 716 make them pay with some bad bills. Red, white, and blue like Superman, so you know we eating at the Super Bowl. Kill the competition, set up the funeral. Josh Allen catching all the shots you go for. We callin' blitz. Ready to start, we ain't calling no quits. I'm the #1 draft pick. A lot of y'all talk, but I ain't hearing it. Only listen to Keyshawn and Talk about the Bills dominating on the field. All our players got them skills. Buffalo gon' make a kill when we talk about the Bills dominating on the field. And our players got them skills. Buffalo gon' make a kill.
And we are back. Welcome back to the Post Podium Podcast, home of the all truth, no sodium takes. I am your co-host, Aramis.
Your boy, Melly Mac.
And it be key.
It be key. That's right. Listen. This is gonna be an interesting one because I got a question for y'all that I want to ask. But first things first. Mm-hmm. Welcome everybody. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, keep up with all the content that we got coming out. We got shorts coming out very soon. We've already talked about that, settled on it, and we got a game plan for that. So look for those coming out very soon. Also, going over to our social media pages, we're getting a link tree together now so that it could just be one link that'll take you to whatever social media you want to go to of ours. And, follow us over there, communicate with us over there. You can slide in our DMs as much as you want.
No sliding.
She said walk, no sliding.
We'll just walk right on in.
Yeah, so, all right. First, we did first things first. Okay, now.
Is that something we do now? First things first?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's a whole TV show. I don't even know if we can use first things first.
Right.
Okay, so stuff we heard?
Sure.
Let's do it. Stuff we heard. What we got?
What you got?
Okay. Good news for those who patronize First Niagara Center. I mean, Marine Midland Arena. I mean, HSBC. What is the name of these? The arena? Okay, the KeyBank Arena.
Yeah.
The KeyBank Arena is finally going to get a facelift.
Ooh.
A new roof.
That's
and a new scoreboard.
Just the roof and scoreboard?
Well, you got to start somewhere.
I feel gypped.
Now, I want that scoreboard to stay up this time. Because the one that's there is the backup one. So, it fell. The first one fell.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that.
You probably heard it. They said you could feel it. Yeah, because it was huge and it fell. So They put the one that's in there now. That's like 2/3 of the size of the old one. So, yeah, it was monstrous. So I hope they get some struts.
When that fell, was it HSBC or Marine Midland?
Doesn't matter.
I was trying to remember.
Marine Midland was still further up Main Street at that point. It definitely wouldn't have been that.
I think it was I want to say it's HSBC. I want to say HSBC, but I'm probably wrong as I usually am. So that just means, when I was, I was 96, I was 12, and I was pissed off because that meant bad things for my auditorium. Man. My mom knows how much I love the Memorial Auditorium. Now, I can still smell the elephants from the circus in there.
Oh, for real?
Yes, I can still. Wow. I remember those ramps you had to walk up and down.
The Barnum and Bailey joint?
Yeah, buddy.
Wow.
Remember them ramps? Remember you had to walk. They didn't have stairs, escalators. You had to walk up a ramp. And they had those wood and blue chairs.
Yes.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah,
them nosebleeds were scary, bro.
I know.
Them joints were scary. I watched the Blizzard game over there.
Oh, the Blizzard. Yeah.
Yo,
the
it was scary.
That was the name of it, the auditorium, right?
Yeah, Memorial Auditorium.
Yeah.
Yep, the odd.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's where the ice rink is now. There's a skating rink down there.
Yep.
They defiled my area, and I mean, dude, when they cut that bad boy open, and I looked in there, I almost cried. My mom told me, she was like, "It's over, just let it go."
I saw Peter Pan on ice in that bad boy.
Peter Pan on ice.
Peter Pan on ice.
Was that with school?
Nah. Moms took me.
Okay, that was Disney on Ice.
When I was a little boy.
I never got to go to a Disney on Ice.
Nah.
I went, but it was young.
I've taken my children. They go to almost all of them, but we got tired of it over the last couple years, 2-3 years.
Disney on Ice be over here can be like this here.
Right. It's like they look at half of it half the time.
Right, I be like, fam, over here.
Basically the same show every year.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you were like, yo, you want a souvenir? I mean, I guess. What you want? The most expensive one, whichever one it is. So for the Sabres fans, and especially the Sabres fans that are sitting through the 3-game win streak of our Buffalo Sabres, you got something good to look forward to. Peter King's retiring after 44 years of service.
Really?
Yeah, I just heard about it on the radio on the way over here. So
wow.
So that's another one down.
You're gonna be missing some good analysis.
Yeah, what you got, Mel?
Man, I'm kind of disgruntled right now, man.
Why is that?
Y'all saw what happened with my man Cam?
Nah. Newton?
Yeah, bro, he was in a brawl.
Oh, Cam Newton, yeah, the 7 dudes that couldn't take him down.
Dude, it
He
was
got jumped by 7 dudes, they couldn't get him down.
It was
Are you serious?
It was like a seven tournament, or whatever, and these kids just jumped him, just ran up on him, just boom, boom, boom. Cam Newton, bro.
He was handling business though. The hat didn't even come off. The hat did not come off. The hair was it was immaculate.
Dude, I didn't see what like state or city it was in, but like, dude, people was getting bold. Like,
It's probably Atlanta.
like they don't care, man. Like, oh, he Cam Newton, I don't care. Like, come on, man. Like,
Yeah.
It's probably Atlanta.
and
about
like,
making a name for yourself,
don't get me
bro.
wrong. Like, I don't know Cam Newton personally, but I watch a lot of his content. Like, dude is a positive dude, man. Like, I even watched one where he was getting heckled by some kids, right?
That's when I was going to
He went over there and he did it in a cool way. Like, he wasn't like a disrespectful or like throw salt in there, but he called him out. He was like, "Oh, okay, so you'll talk about me? Sorry, I'm talking about you now."
Yeah.
Right. So he was like, "You can't do that." Like, "Oh, hold on, I can't do that. You can talk about me, but I can't talk about you." Like, come on. But he did it in a big brother mentor type
But see, that's
type
the
of
thing.
way.
That was like 5 years ago. Even 5 years ago, kids are a little tougher than these little punks these days.
Yeah.
I mean, these kids got no chin, no heart, no honor. And that's sad.
Especially like, dude, like, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I don't know him personally, but yo, he's actually doing something in the community, right? He don't have to. Like, he made his millions.
He made his 100
You know what I'm
million.
saying?
Yeah,
He
he's
just
good.
killing and not provide anybody nothing, but like he's giving back to kids and people all over the place, and you just going like, come on, man.
Go out there and skate around,
Yeah.
on the roller skates like Usher.
Yeah.
No, and the thing about him is, he's cocky. And I was just gonna bring that up because I remembered that, and I thought about it. I was like, he probably said some of these little chumps that they couldn't handle.
Yeah.
He was probably talking about, and they couldn't handle it. One of them probably started crying. But it could end it worse because they could have really had something for him and really be chumps.
Right.
So.
Luckily,
I mean,
they had no weapon or nothing. No
that's what I'm saying.
You know what
There's no honor these days, man. There's no honor. Everybody's too afraid.
Yeah.
Too afraid.
Yeah. I mean, Junie was fighting in school. What was weird about it was the schools he went to, he was like the only one.
He was the enforcer.
Yeah, he was.
Ain't nobody mess with him.
People was talking stuff, but nobody really stepped
Ain't nobody
to him.
gonna do nothing.
No,
Right.
I think it's just because like when I went to West, I was pretty much the only kid that had a bad temper, and then when kids would try to try to tick me off and get on my nerves, I wouldn't say anything. I would just
You would just hit him.
Yeah, I just hit him because
It's easier. It's easier than talking. Like this is the thing that gets me. When we were younger, like when I was younger, I remember I was mad at this kid, and I came home. I told my mom about it. My uncle was there. My uncle was like, "Come on," put me in the car, drove up to where I was at the bus stop. Saw the kid, was like, "This the kid right here? Fight him." Mm-hmm. Straight up, just out of nowhere. He just told me, just fight him.
That's all it was.
Right?
You got the bus. I'm waiting for you at the bus stop.
Right. To me, there's a level of honor in that gets lost over time. Like people worry about, oh, well, that's my baby out there fighting. Look, it's either that or they do what they doing now and they lose their life.
Right. Right.
Which would you prefer? Some bumps and bruises and a lesson
Right.
learned about how not to mess with people because it hurts if you do?
nah. I'd
Or-
rather fight back. Like
You got to carry the thing with you because
Right.
everybody else carrying the thing, and the second you look at somebody the wrong way, you got to be ready to pull. Like,
And that's the worst part about it, because now if you don't have nothing on you, and you take the man's route, now you a B.
right.
You take the
Right.
man's route
Right.
to
Right.
save your life and save people around you,
Right.
i.e. the clowns over in Kansas City shooting people up.
Right.
Right.
Now you a B.
Yeah.
I'll be the B all day long.
All
I'll
day.
be 6'6", 295 pounds of straight B.
Yeah.
I'm 40. I don't care.
You could have been Cam Newton beating up on the little children.
Me and him would have been handling business.
But yo, you right. Like I remember, dude, when I was growing up, we were on the same age. But like, remember we used to rib on each other, right?
Yeah.
That was the thing, right? And I was kind of good at it, right? So like, when people didn't like it or they couldn't do anything, or I people who when I'm at my match, I'm like, well, fight me then. It shut everything down. It shut everything down. But you know, people saying, "Oh, that's violent," but when you think of it, like to your point, when you get it out, it's gone. It's over with.
Right.
That day is over with.
Right.
Now kids are holding on to it and it's building for months and months and months. And now it's like, ooh, when I see them, instead of hitting them, now you want to pull that thing out on them. You
And
know
the
what I'm
funny
saying?
thing
Because
about it,
you've been taking it for so long, not saying nothing, not getting it out. It just build up, and it just when you unleash it, it's too much for you to handle.
right. And the funny thing about it is, just what did we used to do as kids? We go outside and play in the street. We go outside and play tackle football. We get our aggression out in constructive fashions. Yeah. These kids playing GTA online. I was watching YouTube shorts. I don't know how we got on this, but whatever. I was watching YouTube shorts, and these cats like literally like somebody get killed or get unalive. I don't know what platform we're on right now, but they having virtual vigils on GTA.
What?
What makes it even worse, the ops pull up on them at the vigil, get them at the vigil on GTA. I'm like, what is going on?
It's crazy because I know exactly what you're talking about.
I know
exactly what you're talking about.
I couldn't believe it. I probably could pull it up and show you after this show, but yo,
They pull up to the video.
I was like, what am I looking at?
I'm literally like, it makes me want to just get on just to watch this foolishness.
Right.
Like, it's a game, so I can laugh at it. It's not real, but
Right.
like in all seriousness, like that is. Think about how traumatized of a society we are.
Yeah.
Like we're conditioned now to, and this is the crazy part too. Like, have you guys noticed? Kind of carrying this topic over into something slightly different, but have you guys noticed just how evil scary movies have gotten now? All of them are just evil.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't even just scary movies no more. We used to have Beetlejuice. We used to have
Freddy
and not saying that,
Krueger.
right.
Like,
we had Nightmare Another. We had like
that was
Jason.
my movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we had like
Freddy
those
Krueger.
were real scary movies, and then somehow it turned into Saw, and then Saw turned into The Exorcism, and then The Exorcism turned into what's that
Conjuring.
little Annie doll?
You
Yeah,
got
they Conjuring.
Conjuring
Yeah,
and
like,
all these evil type
Chucky.
stuff.
why everything got to be evil nuns now?
Yeah.
Everything got to be evil nuns?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I enjoy them, but I'll be in there like, oh, T, look, it's another one.
Yo.
I'll be watching the documentaries and everything.
Real quick, Christina wrote in, old school parenting, and we all still here. Thanks, Mom and Dad. For sure.
Yeah, man.
For
Hey,
sure.
well, you keep that energy when I'm talking about what I'm trying to teach Ken, because you be teaming up against me on that one.
Well,
you teaming up.
No, you need to be watched, sir.
Hey,
You need
I
to be
guess. Ken love daddy though. So I saw an article today. It was 8 realistic free agents Buffalo Bills could sign in 2024. They must be down at Kroger's or something, because I don't know how they're going to afford 8 realistic free agents. Let's see what they have.
I was about to ask
they
you
gonna
when
afford?
you said that. I was going to ask you, how realistic is it? Is it like
according to me, not at all.
I mean, I just don't see how they like the salary cap being where it is gave us $13 million off of that 50 we thought that we were going up against, right? So that leaves us with $37 million we still got to clear.
43. 43.
13 from 50?
No, we were at 55.
Oh, we were at 55?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're at 40. We're at 43 in the hole now.
Jeez.
But
Jeez.
I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. Let's see what's on this list.
No.
Number 1, Mitch Trubisky.
it's possible. I don't really want him, though.
I don't want Mitch Trubisky.
I don't want him at all.
How old is he now?
It's got to be 29, 30?
He came out with the year before, Josh?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so he's 28, 29, somewhere in there.
Like that one, I could see like we could put the funds together to grab him, but like I said, why?
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, we'll get into it later, but I'm just tired of 1-year contracts. I'm so tired of them. That was actually on my list too, but that's later on down the line.
That's we have to live there this year. It's going to be nothing but 1-year contract.
We'll talk about it.
I don't mind the 1-year contracts if they play out like my man Leonard Floyd.
Yeah, but for every Leonard Floyd,
Yeah.
you get a Tim Settle, you get a Shaq Lawson, you get a Jordan Phillips, you get. Can we not? I'm just so. And I had, actually, that was one of the questions I had for you guys. So I know you got a question, but I wanted to ask you this. And Deontay Foreman, that's another one.
Okay.
He's still young.
Yeah.
No, I mean Deontay Foreman. Okay, I can see that one.
Mm-hmm. I say he's not going to garner a whole bunch of money.
No.
And he's a running back too. Like that, the whole position group is just the money's going to drop down.
Damn a dozen.
I like the idea of Foreman if it doesn't turn into what it was this past year with Murray. I don't. Let me rephrase. I hate the idea of only getting a big back like that for goal line yardage situations and third down blocking.
You want to put him in a game plan.
He either needs to be like how Green Bay uses their running backs, where you listen, we rotate. When one's tired, the other one go in and beat them up. When that one's tired, the other one go back in and burn them.
Kind of like the Lions do too.
Exactly. Exactly.
Can I add a level to that?
But
Sure.
What you got?
I'm gonna put a disclaimer out there now for all the fans that love Josh Allen's 51 touchdowns. Can we not have 15 rushing touchdowns by Josh Allen this year? Can we use Deontay Foreman and Ty Johnson and Latavius Murray and the guys that we signed for that? I mean, like I said, Josh Allen has some longer runs, which he broke them.
Yeah.
But I don't want my $258 million quarterback being a goal line boulder.
He should.
I just don't want it.
To me, I don't want him to have more rushing yards than more rushing touchdowns than our number one back, man.
I don't want James Cook to have 2 rushing touchdowns.
Right.
When you know he could have got more. I don't want to.
But it's the sad reality of the league is this, and we saw this with Antonio Brown. Once the situation with Antonio Brown became public knowledge and reporters brought out even more information about what went on behind the scenes, we started to realize at that point teams are picking and choosing who they want to pay, right? And that's an owner decision, right? And at the very least, the head coach has the power to control all that stuff too. So if you're not in good with the coach, you may not meet your bonus because you just won't be on the field long enough to do it, right? So looking at how the team has gone out of their way to help Stephon Diggs hit his bonuses when he had them, right? How they've gone out of their way to try and help Dawson Knox meet his bonuses with catches or touchdowns or whatever, right? My worry is that we allow a running back to get those rushing touchdowns to earn that big contract like a Saquon Barkley could get and deserves, right? And then we don't do it because we don't want to have to allow him to hit those bonuses that get him that big, that big incentive that they put into the contract or whatever. Like, I'm looking at it from how the team has been run the last 5-6 years, where running back has not. It's just not been important. They value the run game more than they value the running back,
which I agree with.
So
I agree with that.
Right. So if I'm looking at that, I'm saying, well, why would they ever want a running back to get 15 touchdowns?
Oh, I don't care if he gets 15. I just don't want Josh to have his body punished to get 15 touchdowns again. That's basically what I'm getting. I don't care who gets the offset.
Well, so how many touchdowns did James Cook have?
2.
He had 2?
2.
2 rushing ones.
2 rushing ones, 4 receiving ones.
So imagine, let's just split the difference between 2 running backs. Let's say James Cook and Ty Johnson. They each get 7, right? That's 14, and then you got your third stringer gets 1, whatever. 7 touchdowns and what? 1,000 yards, 1,100 yards, 1,200 yards. That's a Pro Bowl season for a running back now, right? You give James Cook, who's already a very talented running back, Pro Bowl status on his resume. You're going to have to pay that man. He's a second-round pick.
Yeah,
so let's just get him the money.
He was there. He went.
Right. Yeah. He's already got 1.
Yeah.
Right? So now you start adding into that rushing touchdowns. His second contract is going to be big.
Well, I mean, the thing is, you got to – well, yeah, I get that. But the Bills don't value running backs anyway. They value the passing game. I mean, they look at it as a dime a dozen. I mean, it just comes back to I don't. What was his name? Jamal Williams from Detroit had what 20 touchdowns this season. He had 20 touchdowns, 19, whatever it was. They were all short yardage touchdowns.
Right.
I mean, like I said, if Josh's touchdowns all came from 10, 15 yards out and he broke one, it was untouched, fine. But, I mean, if you're employing Ty Johnsons and Latavius Murray's and Damian Harris's and guys like that, use them. Or if they can't be used in that fashion, get rid of them and get somebody else because they're expendable.
Right.
You know, so, I mean, I think what I'm getting at is not so much – trying to get the Pro Bowl status, but I just don't want my major investment to be missing because of something that we got other guys that are supposed to be doing.
Right.
If you, I mean, they have, like we said, they have what do you call it? Not likely to achieve bonuses and contracts anyway. Mm-hmm. So if you want to throw one of those in there for James Cook, you get your 10 touchdowns. Yeah. You're not likely to achieve it, but it's in there.
Right. I guess I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So I'm kind of with you. I don't want to take because he's my most expensive player on my team, most valuable person on my team. I don't want him to put in harm's way more than he already has to. So I agree. Like let those other guys, get that stuff out of there. But and to A's point, I kind of think that might even help the running backs because you figure even if we got to pay them more. Running back market is still low,
right?
True. Right, it's cheaper than paying a quarterback. Yeah. It's cheaper than paying a wide receiver. Like it's cheaper than all them positions. So I would rather have my running backs get more, so I could pay him a little bit more, just to keep him where he at. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. True. But you're talking about if James Cook gets another Pro Bowl, we're talking about a Pro Bowl in his first two Pro Bowls in his first 3 seasons, right? 1,000-yard rushing season. He had how many receiving yards? I think he had like over.
James Cook, I have to look it up.
He had at least like 200-300.
No, he was up there. I was looking up real quick.
Okay.
There was only 8 running backs last year. There actually were 8 running backs last year that went over 10 touchdowns.
Dang.
So McCaffrey, Raheem Mostert, Travis Etienne, Kyren Williams, Derrick Henry, David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Gus Edwards all had 10 or more touchdowns.
Look at that. David Montgomery
right.
and Jahmyr Gibbs from the same team.
From the same team.
That's 20 touchdowns.
Wait. No, I don't want him to get started. We're not doing this. Because he already knows where it's going to go. We're not doing this. We're not going to go.
What you mean, Key?
No, we're not doing it.
What do you mean?
No, whatever do you mean?
I'm confused. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So.
But I'm sorry. You can talk. I'll get James Cook's.
All right.
Yeah.
So I think so. As it stands right now, the last franchise tag that any running back signed was Saquon Barkley for $10 million in a season, if I'm not mistaken.
That was the last one.
Now, if I'm talking about paying my running back almost as much as I'm paying my number 2 wide receiver. He better be a focal point of the offense. That's
what I said about McCaffrey. We talked about it because when we were talking about how much he was making, I said, I get it because he's kind of like a wide receiver running back kind of deal.
He is the go-to out of his
team. Oh, yeah, 100%.
The offense runs through McCaffrey.
I get it. So, I mean, he deserved that money on the premise that he's a wide receiver-ish kind of guy that can carry the ball. He's a Deebo Samuel's times 12.
Right.
But James Cook had 445 yards on 44 receptions.
Okay, I thought he had
year.
almost 500. I didn't want to be wrong, but
man, that would have been sweet. 1,000 yards rushing and 500 yards passing.
Yeah,
receiving.
Dude is a beast already.
Yeah, wait, he's what? That's Himbo. Himbo. I want Pro Football Focus. Put Pro Football Reference. Put that in his nickname category. Himbo.
Like Young Joker, just put Himbo right there. Oh, you killing me now.
Winter Soldier, Himbo, Snowman.
Snowman.
So okay, so the point I wanted to make is this. If we want to talk about if we want to talk about a running back that deserves that kind of money with their performance, just based on how they play, we also have to keep in mind the way the league is, where we're at as a team, and even with Sean McDermott talking about, today about, the deep ball and whether you're getting 60 yards with yak yardage or you're getting a 60-yard bomb, deep down the field.
That was a slight nod to Malachi Corley and Troy Franklin. I don't care what anybody says.
Malachi Corley,
I think
baby.
so too.
Yeah.
I think the way he was talking about it, it's like he wants
one or both.
Yeah, he wants the 60-yard plays.
Yo, if we get Corley,
one
I'm
way or
telling you
another
right now, bro.
Huh?
Why?
We
No,
get
hold
Corley,
on.
bro.
Time out. Flag on the play. How come before 89 said something, when I was all about it, he wasn't lights out. But now 89
I ain't see the footage
says
yet. I ain't
Huh?
see the footage yet. Once I saw the footage, I was like, I'm in love.
I could have sent you the footage, so you could have been like, "Yo, Key, I see what you see."
I'm gonna go full Skip Bayless right here. Right? You ready?
Oh,
you ready?
man.
Keyshawn, where did you play in the NFL?
I played in section 304, row
Full
J.
Skip Bayless, boy, right to the neck. You're trash, sir. You are trash.
Hold on, Skip. I come here as a man. Come on, Skip. Don't bull jive me like that, Skip.
So you gonna throw me under the bus, Skip?
Steve Smith is a legend in the game. A legend.
Yo, oh my gosh! Real quick, Lindsay writes in: James Cook would have gotten a contract extension had he caught a few of those would-be touchdowns, including the Chiefs playoff game. Right?
Simmer down.
You right.
Simmer down.
Right. That's a shot, though. That's a cannon blast
Nope.
right there.
Nope. Simmer down.
He did drop like 3 or 4 of them joints.
Yo, I'm about to block Lindsay and you too soon.
Yo, don't be mad because Himbo missed a few, bro. It's okay.
Hey, players mess up too.
Wait. Key. He can't be Himbo if he can't catch a pass.
He can't be Himbo.
Oh, he
His
can't.
name is running back.
No.
Running back.
No. His name is
Himbo.
No, his name is Miss because he missed so many catches.
Yo, I'm telling Himbo you
All
said
right,
that.
watch this. He made his bones catching the ball.
But did they catch with his hand?
He missed it.
He missed it.
Okay.
He missed it. All right. So, moving right along.
Yeah, so we got I'm sorry. Are you still on the point or do you want me
Yeah,
to okay.
Lindsay said, sorry, Key.
It's okay. It's okay. We still family.
So yeah, I to me, like, I think one of the problems with the Bills as currently constructed is they don't have the infrastructure, they don't have the team build to be worried about a pass game at all. Like, in my opinion, the only person on the offensive line really built for the run, well, the only two people I would say built for the run game is our right guard and our right tackle.
What's the right guard's name? What's his name?
Osiris Torrance.
Saibo. That's straight from the Winter Soldier's mouth himself. He named him Saibo, so I have to call him Saibo.
Okay.
Was it Agent 17? What was his name again?
Who are all these people we talking? Who's the Winter Soldier?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
They call him the Winter
They called him
Soldier?
the Winter Soldier.
I didn't know that.
He got the bionic arm.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
And he's good in the snow. Well, cold, whatever.
They call him General, JA-17, and Winter Soldier. That's why I've been calling him Winter Soldier.
Yo, they really put that on his...
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, they put their nicknames. Let's see if they put
This
these
is
on.
slowly turning into Wikipedia.
I thought they was going to go with J17 because that's like his brand.
It's on there.
It's on there, too?
It's on there.
Yeah.
Snowman, see?
This is unbelievable.
Yeah. Snowman. Snow money. I wish that, where it says college, just to say you already Snow University. That'd be crazy.
Dude, did he ever say what college he even went to?
Huh?
What college did he come from?
Temple.
Oh.
Yeah, he went to Temple.
I want to say, like, Temple be like, yo, bro, shout us out, man. Like,
Right.
He from right down the street from Rahway. He right down the street. Right down the street. Rahway, New Jersey.
He ain't no 6'5", 320.
I say 6'4".
Yeah, he's definitely 6'. We saw him at the mall.
Yeah, I say
he's
6'4".
6'4".
you're definitely taller than him, Key?
Oh, he definitely, for sure taller than him. Yes.
For
Yes.
sure.
With cleats on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's even with cleats
Like,
on.
You know what
like
cleats on. Yeah.
literally, Deion Dawkins looks like a skinny dude wearing a fat suit. Like, it's not even, he's not even really that big. You know what I'm saying? Nah, he's really not. He's really not.
About to say, which call? I saw him maybe 20 feet from me. Spencer Brown is a huge man.
Yeah, that's
He's
a big
tall.
dude.
He look wide.
He's really
too.
not that
He
big.
not that wide.
No. Nah. He's tall.
Must be the shoulder pads.
Yeah,
In
I think so.
uniform, He looked pretty wide.
Yeah, no, I mean, but he's high cut too. That's the thing about it.
Oh.
So he's like more of a basketball player build. But I've seen him, I mean, but you're talking to a guy who's seen Braun Strowman in person. That dude, after seeing that in the Big Show, I've never again. I'm good.
Was the Big Show the biggest?
The biggest I've ever seen?
Yeah.
Like height and weight, yeah.
Yeah.
Height and weight, yeah.
Wow.
But I stood next to Keith Kloss too. He was 7'4".
Who?
Dang.
Keith Kloss. He was 7'4". He played for I forget who he was in the NBA for a while.
7'4"?
7'4".
He had to look up.
And everybody around, because I'm the tallest person known to man, evidently, until he walked. And I said, "Thank you, sir."
He said,
Thank
"No,
you,
no,
sir."
man.
I said, "Thank you for being here. Now I'm normal."
Who was that giant walking around in the airport?
And then who's the shrimp next to him? Oh, that's Kid.
That's why they be putting you outside.
That's just hilarious because
Can't have Lurch walking around the airport.
Right. Everybody knows that I'm tall. But my mom, of all people, we went. We said we had an ABA team now, but when we used to have an ABA team before, you had the only way you got out of the arena was to walk by the team.
Yeah.
When they're all standing there congregating, and mom looks at me, she's like, "You blend in." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm 6'6". I'm average. I'm on the short side for basketball." It's like, yes, I blend in perfectly. But yeah, so the next one I had on this list was Donovan Peoples-Jones. Now, before I said that, when we talked about wide receivers and I had him on my list, I did not see this article. I just was basically going off of just the need, the money, and what he brought to the table. Mm-hmm. What do you guys think about it?
Could we swing his asking price?
Yeah, Peoples-Jones, yeah. It's low. He's like 2.7 or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, he's low.
Okay, I wouldn't mind him.
Yeah.
That would be a negative for me. Sorry.
I know it would. Simon.
I mean, he's not my like.
No, he's not my
top,
wish
like,
list guy.
If
but
we had to
yeah.
hey, we got some money around, we just picked him
Right.
up. I wouldn't be mad.
Right.
If-
he's like
if
a late free agent.
Yeah, like if he's like a special team signing, like I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I would take that.
Which takes me to Laviska Shenault.
Again,
That's a special team signing.
Yeah.
I'd rather have Peoples-Jones than
Laviska. I liked him coming out of what was it? Was it Vanderbilt? I don't remember. I think it was Vanderbilt.
He
I
looked
liked
like
him
he
coming
had
out.
some promise and some
He
like.
kept getting hurt.
He can't be a kick returner.
Laviska?
Yeah.
He can, but he's always injured. That's his problem. He's injured a lot.
But he can't get injured that often if he's just a kick returner.
I hope not.
Right. Can he though? Can he though?
I hope not. Who else we have on here? Shelby Harris, defensive tackle. Is he a one-tet? Do you guys? What do you know about Shelby Harris?
How heavy is he?
You got it?
I gotta look him up. I'm not familiar with the name.
Yeah, I'm definitely not. I can do it because it's auto typing. Shelby Harris is 288. I'll pass. Wait, how old is he?
Broncos? And he's 32.
Yeah, no, that's a hard no for me.
Nah.
We're not even gonna talk about Shelby. Sorry, sir.
Nah.
Clellan Ferrell from Clemson.
Cleveland Farrell, I like him.
Yo, yeah.
I like Cleveland Farrell. I don't know if can we afford him?
I doubt it.
Let's find out. Clellan Farrell. Let me see if I can find
I can tell you, he can't be a 1 year deal.
No.
He's a defensive end, right?
Yeah, defensive end, kind of D tackle kind of deal.
I mean, Clellan Farrell was a pretty damn good player in college.
He was decent in college. He was decent. He was more of a run stuffer, a run defender than anything.
Right. All right. Clellan Farrell, they don't have a market value for him.
What did you make last year? Are you on the spot right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I ain't want to put you on the spot. If I know the click links there, I'm like, yo, if ain't no click links, I ain't gonna do that to you.
So his cap hit last year was $2.46 million.
And he's what, 26?
26. Yeah.
2.4, 26. So you're looking at relatively
4 or 5?
modest 5, 6.
5
For 2 years?
You do 2-3 years, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he had a base salary last year of 1.16. So
Yeah, I mean it's doable. It's doable. And that's another. Well, I keep wanting to talk about it. I got to get better at not trying to spill the beans too soon.
yeah, I would take Clellan Farrell to kind of fill into that
Yo.
Uh-oh. Keyshawn just gasped.
Now go ahead. Finish the thought. I'm ruminating here. I'm ruminating. Go ahead.
to fill in that position behind Greg Rousseau.
Okay.
What number are you on now? 5? 4?
7.
Oh, we on 7. Damn, we went through 6 already?
I'm hyperventilating.
Oh boy.
Who's on there?
A knows very well.
Oh wow.
He knows very well how I feel about this next name.
Who?
Cameron Curl,
Okay.
the safety from Washington.
But you're gonna have to pay for him though.
I know. That's
But-
going to be a big time. What you would do is
That would be a splash signing for the Bills for sure.
you can mess with that contract, though.
Yo,
How you figure that?
Safeties is key.
Is he free or strong?
I'm not sure. He can be both, honestly. I remember reading he could be both, wherever you want him to be. But the thing about him is he's young enough. You could put him in a 4 or 5 year contract, and you could spread it out and make a cap hit minimal this year, and take it in 25. It was 16,
Sir,
Would he
16.
nah, 14.4.
Yeah.
What?
14.4 million.
Yeah, you can make it. You can make his cap hit too. It depends. See, the thing I like about
We could do that for Cameron
No,
Curl.
what I like about-
we
'cause
couldn't
how old
do
is-
that
wait,
for
how
like
old is he?
Calvin Ridley or one of these other receivers
No,
we
how
was trying
old
to
is
get
he,
on
though?
the team. The people that actually score
Why he ain't answer the
points.
question?
We couldn't give him 14, 15 million.
I gotta look it up
but
myself,
we could
huh?
spend 14 million on a safety.
I got to look it up myself, huh? All right, Cameron, and you know it's a hard way to spell it too. So Cameron Curl, 24 years old.
Oh yeah.
I mean, his comps are Derwin James,
Greatness.
Minka Fitzpatrick,
Greatness.
Jesse Bates,
Greatness.
Marcus Williams.
I like to do.
What did we sign Poyer and High when they came? Or wasn't it the same type of like get them at like that certain kind of
Micah?
age
No,
with that?
they were lower. They were.
Yeah, Micah was like 5 for 25.
Yeah, they were lower.
5 for 25.
But the thing about a 24-year-old is you can do a 5-year contract, and the reason why Calvin Ridley was out of my price range is because this, and this is being serious, because we were looking at a $22 million hit, and he's what 29.
Yeah.
So I didn't want.
30.
You can't give him that 5-year contract where you can spread it out
Right.
and make it cap friendly.
Right.
And this guy, you can, because we don't have anything on the back end, so you could justify paying $14 million and making his salary, his guaranteed money higher.
Yeah.
But his salary cap hit lower for the first year, and you could put a vet min salary cap hit and give him a big bonus.
Yeah.
So now I'm curious.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think it would benefit the Bills more to spend $14 million on an average to above average pass rusher, or spend the $14 million on a safety?
Who are we talking about?
Cameron Curl,
No, I mean the pass rusher.
pass rusher.
Yeah.
I think Chase Young was about the same number.
My thing for pass rushers, he's got to be. To me, I want I said this before. I want like an Aiden Hutchinson. I want somebody who's going to demand like a TJ. Somebody who I know is on the field. He's going to put impact. He's going to get at the quarterback.
There's guys in free agency like that. Like even
Without a
outside-
doubt, like once you get on the team, it's over.
100%. I'll tell you who it is right now. Let's go to defensive end.
Because that I would pay for. I ain't gonna lie. Because I've been missing that from the Bills team since like the prime Mario Williams, bro.
Right off the bat, Chase Young is 24 years old.
He's just not a pure pass rusher to me.
I get it.
How many sacks did he have last year?
Like
Brian Burns is
5?
25.
Brian Burns is going to reset the
Burns is
market
nice.
though.
Brian Burns' market value is 21.7 million.
Right.
But that's a guy who you put him on your team.
I ain't gotta worry about it.
Teams are
I
teams
get
are
it.
scared
I
to
get it.
death to play him.
I get it, and remember when we did exercise before Matt joined the show. I said Brian Burns was somebody we had on our list.
Okay,
So-
but then you go to some of these outside linebackers are actually 4-3 defensive ends just converted that aren't really that great in a 3-4, right? So if we go to outside backer, now we're talking about Daniil Hunter,
How old is he?
29 years old, but his market value is
He kind of
20 mil.
He kind of lost his step though.
20 mil.
He's still compared to T.J. Watt, Joey Bosa.
Yeah. I mean, he's still good.
20 mil?
but he definitely
20
lost.
mil.
He lost.
That's his
step.
market
No,
value.
I couldn't do that.
Right? Who else? You got Josh Allen is still out there.
I would love to have him.
We do.
Who else?
The other Josh Allen,
We do.
or as he like to call it, the real Josh Allen.
The real Josh Allen.
I
Right.
think that's one of his handles.
Right.
And I got one more before you go to Jeremy Chin. Anybody? Jeremy Chin?
Ooh, the safety.
Yeah.
Nah.
How old is he?
He's only been in the league 4 years, so 26, I'm guessing.
Hey, I mean, hindsight, I had no idea that Poyer and High was going to be the tandem that they were when we
sure.
brought him in there.
For sure.
Like, since I don't see them being here, why not start and get a new tandem in here, man?
Honestly, I'm of the mind, and I didn't mean to cut you off, but I just want to get that last version. I'm of the mind that A can fire on me for this. I don't care. But McDermott and Bobby Babbage can work wonders with safeties. So I'm not too worried about spending. I know I'm big about Cameron Curl, but I'm not too big on the worry that we're going to be able to get some competent safeties back
That's
here.
exactly why I asked the question, because I'm like, you got a head coach and a defensive coordinator. Their specialty is everything behind the defensive line. I don't even know if we need to spend free agency money there. I would.
So you think we can get somebody just as good with way less?
Well,
or in the draft.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, for me, like ever since I did the scouting on the two safeties, James Williams and who
This dude saw 7 feet tall safeties and got excited.
bruh. Have you seen James Williams play? The dude is 6'5", 215 pounds.
I got to see his tape. His measurables is crazy.
Runs a 4.5 at 6'5", 215. Like, the man just has to stand back there. You can't throw over him.
Like, think about it. That's like a wide receiver going against a wide receiver on the
Yeah,
jump
but
ball.
That's what I'm
don't you
saying.
guys remember a guy named Taylor Mays?
Yeah.
6'5", 230 safety from USC?
Y'all remember a guy named Sean Taylor?
He wasn't 6'5".
Well, neither was Taylor Mays.
Did you remember a guy named Ed Reed?
Wow. Okay. I don't know why. Listen, the way James Williams plays, it reminds me of Brian Dawkins because he's physical, he's all over the field. He's got ball hawk ability just based off his size. Like being 6'5" and having 4.5 speed, there's nowhere on the field deep you can't get to in time.
I you know what, and I think this year is tough to even talk about safety or D line because that's where the draft is deepest in 2024. The D line and safeties, the edge,
Yeah.
D tackles no, but D ends
Yeah.
and those outside rushers, eons. You can get them everywhere. The linebackers, if you want one, you might need to pull your free agency card on that.
Hey, listen. when you said today was the linebacker show, and I was up there, I'm like, bro, none of these free agents is wowing me. I mean, draft
My
guys.
list is- my
the
list
draft
is-
guys.
my
None
list
of the
is
draft
flimsy.
guys. I do like.
Really? Did you see Lou Fowl?
I saw that guy,
Yo, to me he looks like he could be a beast.
but there's not a lot of. I would rather go with free agency for that.
You're going to have to, and you're gonna have to hit like on a Lorenzo Alexander kind of thing. You're gonna have to hit one.
I see like 4 of them where I'd be like, okay, maybe we can work something with.
I got a couple. I got a couple, but I had to do a lot of research. Yeah. I had to look at stats. I had to look at what they did in college because I had to dig deep. I want to see what they paid. Yeah, I want to see what they were paid, what they were worth. It was tough, man. I got a lot of core special teamers on this list. It's bad. It's hectic. Did you guys see? Okay, I can't believe I'm going to bring this up. My head's going to explode, but you guys have at it. Justin Jefferson trade. What's up? Not the Buffalo, but what's up? What y'all think about this?
He asked for a trade?
Yeah. Oh, well, the speculation this weekend, it came out this weekend that he's going to be asking for money that he can't afford.
So this means that Kirk Cousins probably is not going to resign.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it's
Because they won't be able to pay both.
So, all right. This is my thing, man. Back in the day, I would say, dude, play ball. But now the competition is there for these dudes want championships. They want rings. They want that stuff. So if you were one of the top wide receivers in the NFL, and if you ain't got a good quarterback, I'll be pretty pissed off too. I'm not gonna lie. But I don't know. It's Justin Jefferson though. To me, I can't see people of his caliber being in the locker room and front office not hearing his voice.
The only thing he can do, let me look here real quick.
You spending all this money on me, give me a quarterback who can throw the ball.
Right.
I mean, if
would
it was
they
only
not
that
do that?
simple. If it was that simple. But yeah, I'm hearing he's looking for money in upwards of $35 million per.
Ooh.
I'm hearing, yeah. And so you're not playing fair ball. I mean, you get what you can get.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. But don't complain they can't get you a quarterback.
He's the one guy in the league right now besides maybe Jamar Chase and who else that can actually get away with asking for that.
Let me ask you this though: how much is he getting paid right now? Or what?
Well, he's on a rookie contract. He's not making anything.
No.
So who's the highest paid? Tyreek.
Yeah.
Yes.
And was he getting what? You know what is the
20 no.
per year?
It worked out to 30 or so.
Would you?
Hold on a second. Now I got to look that up.
I think he's better than Tyreek. So, Like,
he's not as fast as Tyreek though.
No, he's not as fast. But overall, I'd rather have Justin Jefferson.
I'd definitely rather have Justin Jefferson.
Oh, yeah,
but
most definitely.
see, the thing about this whole deal is, like I said, you either want your money or you want to win, because like we talked about with Patrick Mahomes, you know, he said, I'm going to make it work so that we can always have talent, and if he doesn't want to do it, fine, I don't care.
Right.
Get your money, you're worth it.
Right.
But you got to understand, you can go anywhere you want. Anybody that pays you $35 million, you're not getting Justin Herbert.
That's true.
You're not getting Josh Allen. Yeah. You're not even going to get Tua, because Tua's about to reset. and this is sad but true. Tua's about to reset. And they're talking about he might get a $50 million contract.
Hold on, so. I just had a heart attack. Hold on.
Yo.
Possibility. Mm-hmm. Could he land in KC?
No. Tua?
No.
No.
Justin Jefferson?
No.
Yeah. They can afford. Well, not if they're resigning Chris Jones. If they're resigning Chris Jones, they can't afford.
Ain't no way.
Say, bro.
Ain't no way.
And they wouldn't, like, especially after everything that happened, they wouldn't choose Justin Jefferson over Chris Jones.
And this is the thing. Justin Jefferson, really, all he has to do is just shut up for 1 year. Just shut up for 1 year. Yeah. Go to your unrestricted free agency next year and pick where you want to go. Because what's going to happen right now is if you want your $35 million, that team is going to have to give Minnesota a king's ransom to get him first and foremost. So that's your first two first. That's whatever.
It hurts his value to take that though, because if he's got a terrible quarterback, his numbers are going to dip.
I know, but I mean, the thing is, the body of work dictates that if you have not Kirk Cousins finally.
Well, yeah, you're saying that from an analyst perspective. What I'm saying is from a team perspective, they're going to use that against him whether he likes it or not.
Sure, but he has no leverage right now. He really doesn't. Well, he can take what he wants, but he has no leverage.
I get it, but technically he does, because this is the year that he will need to get re-signed, and if he doesn't
choose,
the team is going to. Well, you got to think about it like this: if he chooses not to re-sign, no team in the NFL with a player of this caliber is just going to sit back and let his contract expire, right? So if he decides to come out and say, you know what, just trade me, it doesn't matter if the Vikings do want to trade him. They're going to have to trade him anyway, because at the end of the day, he's in the final year of his contract. They don't want to lose him for nothing at the end of the season. He will be traded, right?
I don't think that they're going to give up. Anybody's going to what they got to give up to get this guy, especially when you're talking about having to pay $35 million, and it's got to be a team that he's going to be excited to be with, because there's no guarantee he's going to re-sign with them.
Well, so okay, the other side of this, and I don't know if Damaris is watching or not, but the other side of this is when you go that high as a player, you're trying to send a message. You either make me happy and get a quarterback here and I'll think about taking less money, or if you thinking about trying to keep me here with a trash quarterback,
you got to give me 35.
You got to give me 35. Right? But here's the other side of that. If he has an opportunity to go to another team that has a good quarterback, of course he's not going to ask for $35 million, because he wants to win. He understands what that means. So
possibly. We're assuming because Tyreek Hill.
It's an educated guess. I mean, Tyreek Hill wasn't asking for ridiculous money at the time either. Because
he was. He wanted to reset the market. He didn't get what he asked for.
Yeah, but the cap was set to go up this year, and he knew that. And so that's why he was trying to hurry up and get that from Kansas City, because he knew, and all these players know, the cap is going up from here like forever, right? Sure. Unless we have another COVID, but
oh Lord Jesus!
What I'm saying is his ask of 35 is in anticipation for the contract to kick in next year, when the 35 would fit free agent. under a higher cap number.
But so coming from his perspective as the player, do you think it would be more beneficial to do it next year because he can make more money?
No, well that's what I'm saying. I think the worry for him is if he's gotten wind that the team is not going to sign Kirk Cousins, in his mind as a player, I got to play with a doo-doo quarterback, because they're not in a position to trade up and get anybody worthwhile. In free agency, there's nobody worthwhile, right? So he's thinking about, if my numbers are terrible this year, what do I look like asking for 35 next year after my numbers were just terrible this year? He's at the peak of his performance. He's been injured very little. He's got everything that he needs to be able to walk into a building anywhere in the NFL and say, pay me or I'm going somewhere else right now.
So I look at it, and this is just me, but even if he don't play another down, like let's say he just sit out, he still could command top dollar next year.
That's where I'm at. See,
only
as long as he don't get hurt.
Because like I don't know, like when I talk about wide receivers, like he's up there.
Yeah,
like,
it's
I don't
him
care
and
if
then
you got
whoever's
bad numbers
next.
because I could blame the bad numbers on a bad quarterback. I'm still
And
gonna pay you.
it's obvious.
I'm still gonna pay you because
It's obvious,
you
yeah.
that dude.
Yeah, it's obvious, and that's the thing.
His
It's
catching
obvious.
is out of control. He's got the bill. Like
Right.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm
No, I get what you're saying because that's the way it works. That's the way
right.
people
That's
think.
the way the NFL, like
Yeah.
the
Yeah, that's the way-
NFL, like you know how they say if you touch the ball, you got to catch it.
Yeah.
Like from a team perspective, like even if you have a terrible quarterback, you
Right.
should be open enough to get the ball.
Yeah.
You should still be making plays. You should still have the same numbers if you that good, right?
Right.
But
Right.
we know that's not how it works either. So
Right.
Yeah, I just think that the allure of Justin Jefferson on the open market is going to command. They're gonna
It's gonna be fun to watch.
It's going to be 30 plus.
I would have nightmares. Like I said, if you wind up at KC, dude, I'm
Nah.
like, come on.
Nah.
I think the nightmare we really got to worry about is Gabe Davis going to Kansas City.
Yeah.
I could really see that.
I'm
could
fine with
really
that.
see that.
But the difference, see, I think I don't care. To me, anywhere he goes, I think he's going to blow up. But I'm not worried to the extent of I think we can stop him more than we can stop Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, I'm not worried about.
We thought the same way about MVS though.
What?
He didn't really kill us though.
He didn't.
No,
He didn't.
No.
So you don't think the Chiefs lose that game without MVS catching that 60-yard pass in the playoff game? Like to me, that one play is enough. I'm not saying that he's torturing us like Tom Brady did for 20 years.
Right.
All I'm saying is, if they only need Gabe Davis for that 160-yard pass, that still kills us because it kicks us out of the divisional round. You know what I'm saying? And now all of a sudden we got Gabe Davis walking out the field throwing snowballs at fans and giving them the finger because he just beat us with the
This is my
Chiefs.
thing. If our Bills are, and I'm not even being facetious when I'm talking about it, if our Bills lose because of something Gabe Davis does, they deserve to lose. Straight point blank period. They deserve to lose. If Gabe Davis produces a game against our Bills and our defensive minded head coach that we've had in our system for 4 years and we can't figure out how to stop him, lose.
I mean, hey, listen.
You lost.
Listen.
You're really lost.
If he get lucky and somebody's trip or fall, he get past us. Like he gone if he catch the ball.
Right.
If he get past us, he catch the ball. It's a wrap. It's
Yeah,
touchdown.
Well, for
nobody
sure.
in our
that's
secondary
pretty
is
much
that
it.
fast.
But see, I mean, the thing is,
Except for Elam, but he ain't seeing the field.
the thing when I'm thinking about when I think about Gabe Davis is this. Gabe Davis
He's trash.
Hey,
he
you
was
supposed to
good.
respect my man name, bro.
He's trash.
He that dude.
He's that.
That's what I'm saying. I
He's
think
that
he could
number
be
2
really
dude,
good
bro.
wherever he goes, and if it happens to be Kansas
I don't really
City,
care. He can go to Kansas City.
like
I don't really
you got
care.
like think about it like this: like the way he was used against Kansas City in the 13 seconds game, he wasn't playing spectacularly. He was put in position to win against players that couldn't beat him,
And those cornerbacks
or
was
players that couldn't
trash.
cover him.
But when you get Cameron Curl back there,
See, no.
oh my bad,
All it
James
takes-
Williams back there.
All it takes.
Wait a
is-
minute, we were just talking about James Williams. Nothing's going over him. Gabe Davis runs a 4.9. We're good.
4.9. That's cold. That's cold.
We're good. No,
I mean, if we draft James Williams, I'm not worried about being beat deep.
I am not worried about Gabe. I don't care if Gabe Davis goes to the Jets. I welcome it. 2 times a year so I can say, I told you so. I told you so. He ain't never going to see the playoffs again.
Keyshawn, you gonna draft him in fantasy. I already know you are.
Man, watch out. I ain't drafting him.
Or
Man,
if you don't, Key, you win? Nah, Gabe Davis killed me, man.
That's the name of my team. Gabe Davis sucks.
Gabe put up 50 on me.
Oh, wait a minute. I just thought about it. This ties in because I actually had on my stuff we heard.
What?
Houston's now a destination.
Yeah.
Xavier Howard may go to Houston.
Ooh. To play with Stingley? Ooh.
You want to know what's even scarier? Ooh. Who are we just talking about? Justin Jefferson. They got $72 million in cap space.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Bro, if he go with CJ
Ouch.
Stroud.
Tank Dell, CJ Stroud, Nico Collins,
And my man Nico.
and my man Devin Singletary.
And the motor. The motor, baby.
You lost me at the motor.
Y'all know. Y'all know
Like, we
me
looking
well
at
enough
all
to know.
these weapons with speed, and by the way, the 4.7 guy?
Yeah, why is his name Motor?
The 5'6", 4'7" guy?
Why is his name Motor? tugboat.
Yo, because he never stopped, man. He just
He did stop. He never went. That's why he didn't stop. It was like you still.
yo. I have them winning their division next year.
Oh yeah. Who else is in their division?
So they got the Colts,
The Titans.
Jaguars, and Titans.
They winning that. It's over.
You don't think
It's over.
Wichita might be able to?
Jacksonville?
No, Tennessee. If the quarterback comes back.
Levis.
No, I'm sorry, Indy.
Richardson.
If he comes back and they got a healthy JT,
That's a good
wide
point.
receiver.
If they keep Pittman, they might got a shot.
But Justin Jefferson in Houston, though.
Oh yeah.
Just forget about it. Just forget about it.
Yeah, that's pretty much over. Lindsay writes in, Buffalo needs to address their defense, period.
Lindsay, I got you. I got you, Lindsay.
All right. What you got?
DeMar Hamlin. DeMar Hamlin said that there was one team that he really wants to play for before he retires.
Cowboys?
The Patriots.
Who?
Let's keep going.
Wait, where's he from?
Detroit. No?
Where's he from?
I can't tell you
You
that.
can't tell me.
Hold on. I'm about
Because if I tell you that,
Wait, can I look
away.
it up or we got to guess?
He gives it away.
You can.
All right.
I mean,
No, let's guess.
Cincinnati.
nope. But
Cleveland.
wait, there is a teammate from college that played with him as with the Bills that is not going to be here next year. I don't think.
Lindsay said Pittsburgh.
Yep. He wants to play because that's where he's from. He played high school ball at Heinz Stadium. He played college ball at Heinz Stadium, and now he's from Pittsburgh. He would like to go back. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. And everybody poo-poos on DeMar Hamlin. The dude is better than he's a better football player than all three of us, and probably anybody watching the show, unless you're in the league right now. Yeah. And you can say what you want about him. He has a chance to go home. And growing up, I wanted to play for UB. I really wanted to play for UB. So I get it. I understand playing for your hometown crowd and being, able to go and get Miles a peach cobbler after the game, whatever the case may be, make it to the dinner, But yeah. I hope that he comes back to Buffalo at some point. I mean, I really do as a depth player, especially where we are now with safety. Yeah. But I hope before he hangs it up, he can go to play home.
Yeah. Real quick, David Stevens, welcome to the show, man.
Yo.
He says, "Let's go Buffalo," and a bunch of emoticons.
He's
got the buffaloes there. He's got the red and blue, and he's got the snow. Yeah, we all about it. All day.
Man. Hey, welcome. We have fun over here. We have a lot of fun. Sometimes we don't make any sense, but we try.
Key, when you said something about how he's probably better than everybody else probably watching, you know what that brought me to? I don't mean to go off topic, but
that's
NBA.
What we do.
Scalabrine.
I know,
bro.
Yes, he gets mad.
Listen,
he's a
I was
punching bag.
I was watching this video, and people was just clowning him because he'd go for team to team, and he was like, "Dude, you suck. You're garbage. You're trash." Mm-hmm. He made a little thing like him. He would go to these different cities and play people and just smash them. Mm-hmm. And he was like, "Listen." He says, "I'm in the NBA. I'm playing against the world's best players. Yeah, I might not be good compared to Kobe, Shaq, and these dudes,
but I'm still way better than you.
I can better than you any day of the week."
You know what his saying was, though? His saying was this. He said, "I'm closer to Kobe than you are to me."
Yeah. I used to love when he said that. They
used to trash him, though. Like, he was garbage. He was like, "Okay, yeah, come see me." He was cooking these dudes.
You know what's funny about it? I had an interest in USC, and he was on the team with Jeff Trapani, and they made a nice little run with that team there. Yeah. So, I mean, Scalabrine wasn't a world beater, but he was good enough.
Yeah.
Closing thoughts. I know you guys are tired of hearing me talk. This is the question I had. I know you got a question. The 1-year contracts. Mm-hmm. How do you guys really feel about this? I mean, for me, it seems like the 1-year contracts go to the older guys, and also it goes in hand with the talent level. You get Leonard Floyd's, but the majority of the guys that get the 1-year contracts are Metakevich's or, the AJ Kleins, people that 1-year contracts are less flexible because obviously you can't offset the money down line.
Right.
It pretty much invites older players when we're trying to get younger. So when I say I like to get away from all the 1-year contracts they do, give me 1 or 2, maybe 3, but don't rely on it so heavily when you can get some of the guys that we've talked about from free agency last shows or shows past that were on the lower echelon. backup players, whatever the case may be. So I'm hoping this year they kind of shift the paradigm and bring in at least a couple 2-year low-level contracts where they can offset. Because 2025, we got money to spend.
Wouldn't that be if you're a team who has not a lot of money to play with? Ain't that what you want to do? Would you want to do like a 2-year, 3-year if you could? Because it'll push the money down, so you're not paying it so much money up front.
That's where I'm at with it. Because you look at when we sign, who do we get for one? Jordan Phillips and people like that. You're giving them $6-7 million, but they're getting $6-7 million.
Right.
As opposed to you spreading it out or putting a voyeur, which I don't like voyeurs either, because as you found out, the player's not here, but they're still in the dead cap.
Right.
I don't like that. Because when you're trying to field a team, you got to stop it somewhere. You got to stop this bleeding somewhere and get rid of this negative $43 million connotation we got and start getting into the black and out of the red.
Actually, I can ask this out loud.
Yeah, go ahead.
Lindsay writes in, by the way, when I come up to the 716, what's the best place for wings? I usually go to Pesci's on Main Street in Transit for pizza and wings.
That's the way to do it. I mean, I don't know about Pesci's. I've never been there, but I can tell you if they have more than 2 locations, they're probably not that great.
You know what people have been telling me about that have not gone there yet, but everybody keeps saying it? Barbells.
Barbells is true.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Barbells is true.
What is Barbells?
It's in East Aurora.
Yeah.
Main Street, East Aurora.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good.
What's their wings?
Yeah, they got good sauces from what I hear too. I haven't been there.
Have y'all had them yet? Or
I've been there.
You been there? It was good.
I've been there. Oh yeah. Just don't get it double hot. Don't get it double hot.
Too hot?
Wait, is it like Dave's Hot Chicken hot?
I've never been to Dave. I haven't Dave's yet.
Yo,
God.
yes.
Yo.
Hot is like, so this is how hot their chicken is. When they first opened, they had a manager standing by the line where people were lining up to go order food, telling people, hot is really hot.
Really?
Be careful. It's better if you order medium, right? Now, I had the pleasure of ordering both. When I first went there, I ordered hot. Hot was extremely hot. Hot, and it's a dry rub they use, too. So
it's not even saucy?
No, it's a dry rub.
That's the thing about double hot at Barbell. It's a dry rub covered in hot sauce.
Yo!
Huh?
That sounds good.
No, it's over.
Y'all crazy.
That sounds good.
Ask Stina about Metal Mountain. Ask her about Metal Mountain.
From Cheektowaga.
No, it's a dude that used to work with her. Crazy cat. About my height, big as ever.
Yeah.
We went to Barbell's. This man couldn't finish his wings. He couldn't finish. The manager, like the waiter, was like,
"That's blasphemy."
Fam. He was like, "Fam, you feel? I got it. I eat all hot. He eats all hot stuff."
Nah,
see, man, he sat down. He sat with 3 wings. That's about it.
The dry rub, it's hot no matter what you do.
Yes.
Like with Dave's Hot Chicken, they give you mac and cheese, they give you bread, they give you pickles, they give you French fries, they give you everything they could possibly give. They give you a sauce, everything that they could possibly give you to help deal with the heat. None of it works.
Except for substitute tongue.
Right. That's the only thing you can do is put another tongue in your mouth. Right.
Let me hold this for a second.
Lindsay, real quick, if you stand in Cheektowaga, you're probably looking at about 15 to 25 minute drive. Huh?
Everything's 15 minutes away in Buffalo.
Yeah. I mean, 15 to 25 depending on traffic and when you go. But yeah, definitely worth the drive when you get here.
Barbell's definitely. Gabriel's Gates, Barbell's.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yo, low key, people don't know about them. Bowling alleys be having banging wings, bro.
Yeah,
really?
bowling alleys do.
Banging.
Bowling alleys do, yeah.
Wow. Banging.
But that's another Buffalo thing. Bowling alleys.
On, a manor on is that Sheridan? Banging wings, hey. They got the flavors and everything. I remember for one Super Bowl we ordered it from there.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, that wings was good, man.
Okay.
Bowling alleys be on the low.
Another good place too that I've had some pretty good sauces. They usually, to me, when I look at who makes good wings, I try to look at like how they do their lemon pepper. Because if you can do a good lemon pepper, then I know you know how to do a good. You know what I'm saying? Either that or a good Parmesan garlic. If you could do a good Parmesan garlic.
I don't like lemon pepper wings.
You don't like lemon pepper?
They're like if you get them from certain places that know how to do them well, they're good.
Me and T, we've been looking for lemon pepper wings, and we had them just like this ain't it. But
yeah, like a lot of places when they do it, they do it too dry. Like you got to really put that seasoning on there.
That might be what it is.
Yeah,
And some people they do the lemon pepper with the hot sauce, so they make it even it's a wet sauce, but you get the best of both worlds. You get the lemon pepper with a little bit of medium sauce too. So
okay,
it's good.
Yeah.
I love this show. We just be talking.
All right, so my question that I want to pose to y'all.
I'm ready.
What matters more? Winning or the game day experience?
Speaking from the fan or from like the player's perspective?
Whatever perspective you want to take on this.
Winning.
Winning?
Winning.
Is that simple?
Winning. It's not even close to me.
So if every time you go to the game somebody steals your wallet, like that's okay.
Why
as long as
you know
win
that
it?
happened? Why you gotta bring that up?
I'm just giving you a scenario.
Well, no,
I just
when you
want to
say-
make
okay.
sure you understand the
Well, no,
both
when
extremes.
when you say game day experience, you're talking about what? You're talking about amenities. You're talking about
Every aspect
You're
of it.
talking
Like,
about the venue. You're talking about
like for me, my game day experiences have been enjoyable when it's just me and y'all. But if I'm going with the children to any other game other than a kids day game, they don't have the patience to sit through a whole game.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, I got to worry about the language everybody's using around them. So if I'm not sitting in the family section, it's rough. You know what I'm saying? So things like that matter to me. Now, that may not be every fan's game day experience, but that's what we have to think about. So if winning quashes everything else, then okay, I get it. But to some degree,
now that you put it that way, speaking from so when I go season ticket holder, I'm not gonna lie. Like I was talking to my wife about it. I want my family to go with me. Like I want the kids to see what it is to tailgate, what it is to go to the game, what it is to be here like the Buffalo crowd. So when you first posed the question, immediately I was like, oh, when? But now when I thought about it and actually thought about the experience, I'm going to have to say it's not about the win for me. It's the experience. Because I want my kids to know the love that I got for Buffalo, and this is why. Yeah. Like the craziness of people jumping through tables, all the fans. Like I want them to get all that experience wrapped up in one, so they get to know what it feels like to be a fan of a Buffalo NFL sports team.
Yeah. It's weird. I think to a degree, had the team decided to put a roof on the stadium, I don't think we need to have this conversation. I think the game day experience and winning would go hand in hand, right? But I think with the weather here and the way things have gone, during especially with snowfall and stuff like that, having to dig out the stadium, it kind of makes you question what's more important. You know what I'm saying? Because as someone with a family, when I go to a game, it's not just me I'm worried about. And like you said, you want everybody to have a great time. Well, when you have a domed stadium or a stadium with a roof, you're more likely to have more amenities in the building, which makes for a more enjoyable experience.
I see what you did there, sir.
Right?
I'm still winning.
I see what you did there.
Where
Still winning. I am. I'm still winning. Because all the I'll just take this. All the stuff you mentioned, the tables, all that crap, I think it's stupid. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it. I
gotta agree with that. I don't think the tables are necessary.
I hate it. I hate the hot dog, the mustard ketchup thing. I hate it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, I would probably lose a subscriber here. Don't take it from them. Take it from me.
I mean, even Lindsay is saying like the tailgating is everything in Buffalo, and that's true.
Yeah,
that is true.
But the thing about it is this.
What do you mean
The thing about it is this. I couldn't care less about us. I was at the Colts game where we could barely get in. I was at football games where me and my aunt couldn't even look to the left side of the field because the snow was coming. It was the best time of my life. Like what you see, I don't know. Let's wait till they get to the 50s so we can see it again. But I mean, I don't care about nothing. I don't care about the roof. I don't care if I got to go into the locker rooms to get to my seat. I want to win, and that's just me. I don't care about the hot dog. When you ever see me buy anything?
Yeah,
well, you don't never see me buy.
I've been feeling bad too because I'm all about the concessions. I'm like, hey, what you want? I'm good. I'm like, oh, you good, and I can't get nothing. You ain't getting nothing.
You can get everything because what I'm doing is I'm glued in. Like I don't hear nothing behind me. I mean, like you said about the language and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ken, you've already been exposed. I mean,
you prepared them already for the game day experience.
And I wouldn't, like you said, I wouldn't take Ken. It sucks for this very reason. I told you, I'm not taking him. I'll take him. When he gets a little older. But I've seen the fights. I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But in the scope of the new stadium or the amenities that they can offer and what they want, I don't care. That's for them to figure out. I need my team. I'm paying $100, $120 a game. I'm paying for a win.
Y'all better be out there winning games,
or you better
regardless of what I'm doing.
This ticket better be back down to $65. Because if I got to pay $120 to watch you bums lose, no.
He said, all right, listen, we going to put you in this milk crate. I don't care. As long as we win. I don't
me.
care where I'm sit at.
That's
I don't
me.
need the fancy leather seats.
Nope.
Let my boys win.
Give me the bleacher.
But what if every seat was a leather seat? What if you never had to deal with another flake of snow?
Are we winning? That's all I want. Are we winning?
He does not care.
I mean,
I don't
He
give
wants to win.
Lindsay says winning too.
No, you're entitled. I'm not trying to tell you. I'm not even trying to change your mind because your value is your value. Like for me, I just want to freaking win.
Yeah. No, I agree. When I thought about this question, I think I could make arguments for both sides.
You definitely can.
And I didn't even really come here
with a clear
prepared to pick a side.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I think, initially when I thought about the question, my initial reaction was typically on like for the players themselves, winning solves everything. So why wouldn't it do that for the game day experience? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But then I like I just did here, I made the case for, me bringing my children and my wife and stuff like that. Like I could watch y'all win from home. I don't need to be, you know what I'm saying? I don't need to be there to see that.
That's the difference for me though. If I go, then I'm all about the experience.
Yeah.
But if I'm at home, I'm with Key. I want the dub.
I want the win. Right.
I want the dub.
Right.
I'm literally the opposite. Yeah. If I'm at home and my beer's right there, it's free. Hey.
Really?
I'm having a good time.
Nah.
Unless he getting smashed out.
Nah.
But if I'm at that game and I'm cheering and somebody banging on my chair and I feel it in my chest, we better win. If I can't hear nothing but people screaming it when we in your car driving, nah. I'm all at that win. I need to win and I'm in the stadium. When
Interesting.
I'm at home,
Yeah, I'm the opposite, bro.
Yeah,
When
that
I'm
is
at home,
very
like-
interesting.
Yeah.
Tio tell you, when I'm at home, something happen, I'm like,
Hell,
okay.
That's why you be so damn calm during the games. I'll be so mad. I'll be sitting there texting you like, now because we get texting. I'll be so mad. Like, why did he see that pass? Why did he catch that ball? And Keisha, I'll be like, sometimes they drop the ball. Whatever.
I gotta look at it again. Let me rewind it. There we go. See, that's my game day experience. I'm analyzing everything at home. When I'm at the stadium, it's like emotional. I want the fireworks. I want to see that dude with the. Wait, does anybody know that flag dude I always watch?
Yo.
You know the flag guy? No,
you got me telling people when I go to the game now. Now when I reach people to the game, I'm like, hey, watch my man in the corner right there. You gonna tell the difference?
The dudes
He's
that
the
wave the
only
Bills
one.
flags?
Yo,
What is the deal with
listen,
this?
It's only one guy, the flag bearer.
He dying over there.
He be getting it in. Like he be stepping with it. Everybody else they just be lost.
they can't even carry the
They
flag.
don't,
The
matter of
flag's too
fact,
heavy for them.
They legs don't even move. They just
It's too heavy for
my
him.
man be having a little jig, a
dancing.
little bop with it. I'm like, yeah, that's my man. He be getting it in.
And the bad thing is because you know how they run, they go back and forth.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know which one it is. It's that one.
You know his stride.
There he is. I know who it is. Every time. He better never miss a game. So I guess that's my game day experience. I got to see my man with the flag.
My man, look at the high knees. Look at the high knees. Look. There you go, right there.
He professional. If you are watching this show, sir, bravo.
He be getting it.
Bravo.
He be getting
Keep up
it,
the good
man.
work.
Oh wow. Yeah. Okay. All right. That was my question. That's all I got.
I got a question.
Yo,
got a
okay.
question.
Fire from the hip.
I'm with it.
Since how we're talking about the money situation, did the salary cap hurt the NFL or did it make the NFL better?
This extra 13?
No, the introduction of the salary cap in '94. Because prior to '94, there was no salary cap.
It helped.
You think it helped?
I think it
Yeah.
helped.
Yeah.
Because you got to look at it like this.
I'm the only one, man. I'm the opposite. I think it hurt the game of football.
But look at it like this. Look at baseball.
Yep. That's exactly what I was going to point to.
Yankees and
Very
Boston.
few teams can afford to win.
Right. The Bills would not be able to contend with.
No.
But here's the thing: when anybody but the Yankees win, I'm like, dude, they did it. Like we already know the Yankees, they got all the dough, they got all the money, but they don't win all the time.
Right.
So when somebody else win in spite of paying all that money, like that's the ultimate win right there.
Yeah, I heard somebody just got signed for like not even a center fielder for like 3 years, $30 million, huh?
For how much?
Like 3 years, $30 million per, something like that. It
Yep.
was like 3 years, 90.
My man Ohtani got the best contract.
Well, yeah,
in
Ohtani's
ever.
ridiculous. It's like some stupid.
And
He's worth every penny.
And I bet you,
So stupid.
somebody gonna do that in the NFL in the next couple of years.
I don't know if you can.
I guarantee it's gonna happen.
Well,
Listen,
you can. You
dude,
can.
Key, it's a win-win situation for the player and the organization. So he's getting paid $600 million, right? The company don't have to pony up that money until he retires.
Yeah, but the player union.
He's getting $2 million a year until he get that. He get all that at once for the if I'm the front office. Heck yeah, I only got to pay you $2 million, blah blah blah, and then I get you.
But
I
it
got
would hit him
time to
with the-
save all that money.
It'll
But no,
never
see what
happen.
hit against the salary.
It'll
The
never-
salary cap would be destroyed by the time you
You-
got that money though, because it would count against it somewhere. That's probably what count against it somewhere.
That's what salary cap.
That's what I'm saying, man. I think the salary cap hurt the NFL.
But if you thought Nancy Kerrigan was bad, the second a player decides to play both sides of the ball, it's over for that dude. If somebody catching him in the hallway, they gonna get them
all over
kneecaps.
again?
Yo, what you doing, man?
right. They going out with the pipe wrench, boy. I'm telling you,
The only reason why I say that, Doki, look at the teams before the salary cap.
Mm-hmm.
Those teams was epic, bro. Like those teams
dynastic, yeah.
Dude, I'm like, man, like that's when I fell in love with football. Like that's for me, that was when football was at its peak, right? But I see the argument because it allows other teams the opportunity to make it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like it's still the same teams going every year anyway. So why not get rid of the salary cap?
That's
Well,
true
when's
too.
Buffalo gonna go? Just tell me that.
What'd you say?
Tell me when the thing is gonna be red and blue, so I know Buffalo's going to the Super Bowl.
Well, they got to switch it now because now it's out now. So now they got to.
Yeah, people discovered it. So
Yeah,
So
so
let
now
it
you
be
gotta do
red and
something
white for the Chiefs, so we know that's our rivals. That's our hidden whistle. You guys are good.
Did you ever do the research on that Mahomes interception thing?
No. But I can do it. I can do it.
All
while we're
right,
talking.
so
I can
for
do it while
those
we're
of you
talking.
that haven't seen the meme yet, there's a meme that's been out for a few days now, and it was talking about how Mahomes has over 50 interceptions called back by a flag on the defense. Josh Allen has 7.
That's it.
That's it. 7.
But my contention was how many, because this is all about me and winning again.
Yep.
How many of those 53, 51?
Yeah, it's like 52, 53.
How many of those were against the Bills in the playoffs? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Because
That's still a lot though, dude. 50?
I don't care about the other ones. How many against us did we lost in the playoffs?
No, look, dude, you have to care about the other ones because I mean, it shows the favoritism.
50 picks.
Yeah, but I want to know.
Call back by penalty.
I want to know.
He's only been in the league for what, 4 or 5 years?
What?
I want to know how many were kept us out of the Super Bowl.
Actually, as long as Josh Allen has, right? They were drafted the same
Nah.
year. Or
No.
Mahomes been a year
Mahomes
longer.
was first.
Right. So he's been in 7 years. 7 years. 7 years, 50 touchdowns, called back by penalty.
Okay, I know how to do this.
That's just
50
sad.
picks that
That's
never
just sad.
was.
Right.
Hey, like I said,
How many was
How
it
many
against
against the Bills?
we're against us in the playoffs because
What
we
if it
can't
was-
beat them in the playoffs.
What if it was like 7 or 8?
That'd be crazy. Then I'd be like, okay,
Well, no,
all
well,
right.
it can't be that much. We only played them 3 times.
Yeah,
in the playoffs.
In the playoffs, yeah,
So
it's
it can't
not
be that
gonna-
many.
Unless he just been getting tanked over. Let's see.
No, I can honestly say I remember, if I remember correctly, he's never thrown an interception to us in the playoffs. He has in the regular season though.
Yeah, what you call? Didn't Trey pick him off?
In the regular season?
Trey.
Yes. Trey has, Taron Johnson has.
Oh, yeah, Taron Johnson. I remember that one. Matter of fact, he had the game winning interception.
Sure did. Yep. Who else? I don't remember anybody else getting a pick on Mahomes, honestly. I know Greg Rousseau almost had one. No, Greg Rousseau did have one, didn't he?
Or was that Epineza?
No, that
was
was Rousseau.
Oh, that was Rousseau.
Yeah, that was
I
Rousseau.
thought he caught the interception. He got the rib injury. That wasn't against KC though, was it? Who remember?
Who, Epinesa or Rousseau?
He caught the interception, but he got out. He got injured on that same play.
Rousseau?
I think it was Epineza.
Oh, yeah. I'm remembering Rousseau's first year, where the Chiefs were like inside the 10-yard line or something like that, and Mahomes went to go throw it out wide.
And then he scooped it.
He like tipped it. I think he tipped it and caught it. I mean, I could be wrong. If anybody
Lindsay helped him. Lindsay, you know it. You know the answer.
Yeah, man, Lindsay be coming up in the clutch.
That was actually Cookie Gilchrist. Like,
1987,
Right.
week 13.
See, look, we said it. We called it.
What'd she
Groot.
say?
She said it was Groot in 2021 regular season.
2021 Groot.
Yo, Lindsay, thank you so much.
Producer has a question.
I was tongue in cheek, and I couldn't believe it. I had a feeling. I was just like halfway joking, but I had a feeling she was going to come through in the clutch.
Yeah. You said you had a question?
Yeah.
What's up?
So this was from. I know you guys hate him, but this is about Russell Wilson.
Okay.
So
I like Russell.
all right. Well, hold on.
Let's ride. Broncos country.
Yeah,
I gotta
after
fix
what,
this
after what I heard about him personally, yeah.
I heard that he's not the coolest to talk to. Like he kind of just pushes you out. Like he thinks he's better than you. Like, yeah, get out of here.
Well, he's definitely supposedly a weirdo.
Is he?
Definitely supposedly a weirdo, and that's why the team was like missing blocks.
No.
Yeah,
They hit him with the who was that? My man Paul Crew, Adam Sandler from the Youngest Yard.
Yep. They're like,
Here you go.
All right. You guys ready?
Yep, go ahead.
So this was from a sports center, but he was asked over the next 5 years, like do you see, like he said over the next 5 years, I want to win 2 Super Bowls, and that's his future. So like how do you guys feel about that? Like
Wait, I'm sorry. Say it again. I got a couple of comments here.
So he said over the next 5 years, I want to win 2 Super Bowls on his goals for the future. What team would you think that he would get those rings with?
That's an interesting question.
Honestly, I'm not throwing shots at him,
Uh-huh.
but I don't see him getting 2 Super Bowls in the next 5 years. If he do, it will be as a backup.
Wow.
Dead serious.
what about
To what team though? Like that's
Any Pat Mahomes, KKC.
what about Minnesota?
I mean, actually no. I was
Playing with
thinking
Jefferson, you talking about?
I'm just going through. It's like the lock and key right there, Jefferson. So
I don't know, man.
throw it up.
He can still ball,
Yeah.
but not at the level where he
Yeah,
was
he's not
when he
at
was
that
with
level.
Seattle.
Right.
No,
Seattle.
he definitely needs an offensive line. He needs a run game, and he needs at least one good weapon.
He
That's
needs
what
everything that he
What
needs.
about
Right.
the Falcons? What about the Falcons? Because I heard Cam Newton was trying to go to the Falcons. Like he was trying to come back.
He said the only reason why he would play is if he would come back, it would be Atlanta because his kids is in Atlanta. That's the
his hometown.
only city
That's where
where
he's
it
from.
will work out for him
Yeah.
to play.
That's where he's from.
But yeah, he said if he would go back, it would be for Atlanta.
But I think
Yo, look at Lindsey. Dang. Steve Lynn wrote in, didn't Elam get one in the end zone, a pick?
Who's that?
Steve Lynn.
No, who didn't? Who get one?
Steve, welcome to the show, man. By the way. Huh?
Elam on Mahomes?
Oh yeah, he did.
He picked up Mahomes? Yeah.
Lindsey said he got one in 2022.
Whoa, Sean. My man, can you get some burn?
We already been through this.
Bro.
We sent a letter.
Bro, he got a
He
pick
did.
on Mahomes.
Yeah.
He's still
He's still on the bench. Still on the bench.
Only reason he got that pick is Sean didn't know he was on the field. Sean was like, yo, who was that?
Was that Trey? No, that ain't Trey. That's
Like, no, is that 20? Trey wears 24 now?
No,
Right.
that was Levi, right? No.
No, Levi's gone.
I thought that was Gilmore. Oh, we don't have
don't have
Gilmore?
Gilmore.
Oh, okay, my bad.
What about Jabari Greer? No? Oh,
Yo, that's crazy, man.
Dang.
He picked off Pat Mahomes and said he don't get no love.
no love.
Dang.
Yeah. I don't know what the man has done to deserve that. I don't. I'm standing on all 10. Wondering what the heck this man did to deserve this.
He had the wrong composition notebook. that's
I told you, college rule.
college rule. Wide rule jumps. What is this wide? That's what he said. He's like, what? Wait a minute. Let me. Wide rule? Nah, heck, no. I can't have that. I thought that was college rule, brother. Come back when you get a new notebook.
All right, so I think Russell Wilson could absolutely have a shot at winning a championship if he played with the Niners.
Yeah, that's
he
kinda
could win a
easy.
championship if he played with the Rams. And I'm basing that just off of Sean McVay's mind and what he's been able to do with Jared Goff, what he's been able to do with Matt Stafford.
Von Miller.
The guy, he just needs a competent quarterback, and he can get it done.
Who's this? I'm sorry?
Huh?
Who is this?
Sean, the Rams.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna say, I can't think of an AFC team that he can.
Well, if he's playing for the 49ers,
it's too loaded, man.
Yeah,
it's loaded.
Yeah,
I didn't think about the 49ers. I think I agree with that one. I think if he was on the 49ers, he probably could
I
win
can see
one.
that one.
Yeah,
I could
because he got all the weapons.
If Purdy
he got
can
everything
do,
he
if
needs.
Purdy can get that far.
Right. If Purdy could do it, yeah.
right.
My bad, Russ. If you was, you don't have to get
Don't
back up to get
apologize.
that
He don't
one.
deserve that. He don't deserve. I think he
He
can
can
win
get that
one,
one.
but
He can get that one.
nah. You're a little too
I retract
self-centered.
my statement. You can get in on something or somewhere.
Yeah. All right. Did you find something so far, or should we?
I am in the last year, so we can. I mean, we can move on to the subject at hand. But I'm in the last year right now, so I'm just scrolling.
Wait, today's Monday, so you can stay. Okay. What about you? You got time?
Linebackers, I'm good.
Okay, sweet. All right, we got plenty of time.
Yeah, we'll make it.
So, linebackers. This is part of a series that we're doing this year. This year. This is our first year. It's a positional series where we kind of look at the state of the team and look at available options for the Bills, and you know, talk about some of the players that we like to fill certain positions. Today it's linebackers. Me and Mac. Mac, are you covering draft picks too, or?
Yeah. So we want to start with free agency or draft first?
Let's start with who we have, who we lost, and then go into what's
Okay.
out there. And I can tell you, in 2 more scrolls.
Let's see. So right now we definitely got Milano, Bernard.
None.
No interceptions
I
In the
figured.
playoffs.
thrown
I figured in the playoffs. Yeah.
against the Bills. And I don't think Josh, let's see, Josh at what, 1 maybe?
His records, yeah.
That would have been what, the AFC Championship
One.
game?
Nah, let's see. I'm in 2020.
It's probably the first one because the first one,
Yeah, that's what I'm in right
the
now.
first one was our worst one. Like people
Yeah.
say, oh, but I don't think we was ready. We wasn't ready for
Yeah.
the Chiefs
Yeah.
for that first one. The second two definitely, but that first one, nah.
Right.
But yeah, go ahead. We have, let's see, linebackers. Where do you guys want to start?
So let's start with. Well, you said we got to start with who's on the team, who's not on
Let's
the
start with who
team.
we got first.
So we got Bernard right now, Milano, Dorian Williams,
Bail Inspector.
Inspector.
So, little behind the scenes action with the linebacking core. Obviously, the coach is Al Holcomb. He joined us last year as the assistant head coach and defensive assistant, senior defensive assistant. I'm sorry. Before he was in Buffalo, he spent 3 years with the Panthers. Originally joined Carolina as the team's defensive run game coordinator in 2020 and was promoted to interim defensive coordinator for the final 12 games of 2022. Scheme familiarity, he's been with McDermott. Who's he worked with? McDermott.
Right. Enough said.
No players of note. So I mean, you could say, I guess 2020. You could say Brian Burns, I guess. But outside of that, nothing much. I mean, was Kuechly even there after 20?
What year? What years was
He
was
left.
there?
He got there in 2020. Kuechly was there.
So he worked with McCaffrey. If he was part of
he was on the
run
team
game.
with McCaffrey, but he was a linebacker coach though.
Oh, he was a linebacker
Yeah,
coach.
he was a defensive coordinator.
2020,
I'm
I
sorry.
don't think he saw McKee.
Yeah, he was
Luke
gone.
Kuechly.
I'm thinking about Kuechly didn't play the COVID year.
Yeah.
So Matt Milano. What did he do? He broke his plateau. What do they call it? The plateau of his tibia or whatever it is.
What Witter?
Huh?
The what?
It's the top surface of your tibia bone what he broke. So basically where the knee is, that right underneath the joint,
Oof.
broke his leg there.
He broke his shin bone.
Basically.
Dang is right.
So he's playing on a contract 2024. His base salary is $4.1 million. Cap hit $12.4 million.
Okay.
Before Milano got hurt, he was on pace for an All-Pro season, which saw him register in 5 games. He had 32 combined tackles, 1 tackle for loss, and 2 interceptions.
Okay.
Dorian Williams, a 2023 draft picks, 3rd rounder. He's on the book for 1.4 of base salary, 1.7 of cap hit next season, rather, I should say.
How many? Why you doing that, Key? How many did we keep on the roster
last year?
Yeah, how many we have on the roster?
Let's see. Dodson's gone. Medikevich is gone.
Dotson's gone.
Dodson's gone too. Medikevich, Dodson, and Klein. Those are the 3 that are gone.
So
that was 7.
We carried 7.
Yeah. So we're probably gonna be looking at some variation, some kind of way of 6 or 7 again.
Okay.
Dorian Williams last year played in 17 games, started 2, 1 pass defense, 40 combined tackles, obviously with special teams, 2 quarterback hits. Balin Spector, he was my favorite. Obviously not named Milano or Terrell Bernard. But Balin Spector, $1.1 million in base salary, 1.1 in a cap hit. And last year he amassed six tackles. That was it. 6 tackles in 9 games.
Well, that climax wasn't worth it.
Well, every time he got to start, he got hurt. Terrell Bernard, our guy, 1.1 in the cap hit, 1.3 and 1.1 base, 1.3 cap.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, I'm sorry to say, I think my draft this year was weighted on replacing him.
Yeah?
Because if he plays like he did last year again this year,
He gone?
you got to pay him beaucoup bucks. I mean, you might give him a $100 million contract.
What? They gonna pay him though.
I don't think so either.
I think they gonna pay him.
Oh, you think so?
I think they'll pay him.
I think if they will, if they can, they will.
Here's the question. What was Tremaine asking for?
What do you got?
He was asking for what, 17?
What did he end up getting? 18? 72 by 6?
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, so
I think he was asking for 17.
But you think Bernard could ask for like that type of money?
Yeah.
No
Really?
way.
No.
No way.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah.
18 mil?
Yeah. Yeah. Look what he did last year. I mean, if he has another season like he did last year.
He even made the Pro Bowl. Those ain't Pro Bowl numbers. But I never got Pro Bowl. We know who
he was our leading tackler.
We know who votes on that. So never mind.
The other part of that too is he won't get those numbers playing next to Milano though. Like Milano's that dude.
He was like, yeah.
Let's look at his numbers. 17 games, 17. What you got? Oh,
No, I was just gonna say I got a comment here.
Yeah, go ahead. Read it. I thought
Steve Lynn writes in, Bills find linebacker gems in the late rounds. Just keep drafting one in the late rounds.
Yeah, and this is the year I think you want to get a linebacker for this very reason. I mean, his first year as a full-time starter, he had 143 tackles.
Dang.
He had 84 solos, 10 tackles for loss. He's the first linebacker since A.J. Klein did it in 2020 to have more than 10 tackles for loss.
He had 84 solos?
84 solos. He had 6.5 sacks.
Dang.
Do that again and tell me he's not going to get Tremaine Edmonds' contract. Tremaine Edmonds has not done. I remember we talked about it.
Yeah, he didn't even do that.
I had a side by side.
This is the weird thing. I know the player, Tremaine Edmonds, his age, where he was drafted, and I know he didn't play a typical role in our defense, but when you talk about like the top linebackers, his name was always mentioned.
Terrell Bernard's name will be mentioned.
Terrell Bernard has got the stats, but I don't know if he's get the recognition.
It will be.
You think so?
Oh, let's look at last year's comparison. Edmonds 15 games to Bernard 17. Edmonds 4 interceptions, Bernard's 3.
Ooh, he beat him in interceptions.
Yeah, he got one more. Bernard 84 solo tackles to Edmonds 69.
Dang.
Bernard 0 fumbles forced to Edmonds 1, but Bernard had 3 fumbles recovered. Tackles for loss, Tremaine Edmonds, 5. Terrell Bernard, as I said before, 10. Quarterback hits, Terrell Bernard, 9. Edmonds, none.
Dang.
Wait a minute. Interception. No, that's wrong. Interceptions, Bernard had 3. Edmonds had 4. Did I say that?
Yeah, you said that.
Okay.
He had one more.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, Bernard was actually rated better than Edmonds last year.
Dang.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So, do it again.
His productions keep doing it.
Yeah.
They have to recognize him.
Yeah, I mean, we can't sit here and say we saw this coming. Let's get that out of the way right now. None of us as men here can say, yo, I knew. I didn't know.
TB, man, I knew he was going to blow up.
Blow up something. But, all right, so getting into who we lost A.J. Klein. He was in an RV headed to Key West. I don't need to go over his stats. Tyler Medikevich. He didn't do anything on defense. I don't need to go over his stats. Ty Dotson. Now, that's the one that I'm like, because he's another Terrell Bernard.
Is the potential that we could still save him or not?
Yeah. I mean, his market value right now is what do they have for him? They had him projected 3 years, $14 million contract, so 4.8 per. So it could be done. Mm-hmm. It's just if I don't see a reason why he would get that kind of money on the open market, but weird things have happened. This is not a year where everybody has money either. So,
right.
I mean, maybe like a Houston or something like that wants to go ahead and get somebody that they know has done something. But other than that, 4.8 is about right.
What's his stats look like? Give me the stats.
You want Terrell Bernard? Give me the stats.
Give me the stats on Mr. Dotson.
It's not pretty.
No?
No. It's not pretty. I promise you it's not pretty. Pro Football Focus propelled him into linebacker superstardom, but
okay. Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
17 games played, 10 starts, 2.5 sacks. He had 74 combined, 57 solo tackles, 8 tackles for loss, 6 quarterback hits.
Okay, I like his tackles and his hits.
2 passes defense, 1 fumble force. That's $5 mil.
It's okay.
That's $5 mil.
Yeah.
I would take that.
That's $5 million.
And he played
$5 million.
how many games?
That was 10 starts. So the other ones were probably mostly special teams.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, I can dig that.
His numbers would have been close to Bernard if he would have played the full 17.
He would have been better. He would have been up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at least we know the potential is there.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep. So,
all right.
You guys, you can take me on this journey. Hey, you got Spot Track up. I know you do because you.
I sure do.
I know you do. You guys take me on this free agent journey because I'll give you the names I got. Don't laugh at me.
Don't laugh.
If we sign a guy in free agency, obviously he's coming in to be a backup. We're not looking for starters. We don't need starters. We got 2. It looks like the Bills are still going to play their nickel defense. So I like a guy like Caleb Von Chazon.
You do not.
I do.
Look at my first name. Maybe this ain't gonna be that bad. Caleb, I thought it was like, yo, what? Why? I was waiting for it.
No, young guy, 24 years old.
Yes,
his
Speak to me. Keep going.
Speak to me now.
Dude, his market value is $3 million.
Hey, there we go.
That's not bad for a guy playing that Tyrell Dotson role.
LSU, he was a pass rusher. That's what he was.
Yeah. So good blitzer. Decent run defender. I don't know how great his pass coverage is. He's
more towards the quarterback.
Right. So, definitely that Dotson style player. If you wanted to go somewhere else other than Dotson. Mm-hmm. Chazon's size. I don't have his
6'3", 245.
So that's
see, I knew. See,
got me stuttering over here.
Sure
that's a pretty good size. That's a real linebacker right there.
I'm gonna make sure where Aramis can't mention any measurables.
Why?
Because you'll be crippled.
It matters. I will be crippled. Yeah, I probably will. It matters.
No, it does. It does.
Size matters.
Yeah. Huh?
That's what you react to?
Wait.
As much as we've been saying this whole show, that's what you. Huh?
I was proud of him.
That's what you pick your head up for?
I was proud of him.
That just came out of nowhere, bro. Just like,
what, size matters?
Why you say it like size matters?
Right.
You can't
Well,
say it like
it's
that.
the joke. It's a joke. It's a
can't-
joke.
that's what
It's
she
kind of
said.
like a
You can't say
wink,
that.
wink. You know
You
I'm playing
can't-
around when I say it, sort of.
But you
thing.
can't express it like that.
That's
You
what
can't
she
just-
said.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, that's fine. But you it's size matters.
Somehow you
Thank
pass,
you,
but you
Mac.
don't.
I appreciate the assist on that one. Getting me out of the I don't know, whatever house it is.
Whatever, yeah.
No,
Whatever
you did it
were-
because I caught you. See,
you caught me how?
I caught you.
I caught
Well,
you.
I can put some insight into your question about pass coverage. Caleb Von Chazon, let's see. Last year, 2 targets on him, 2 receptions for 18 yards. He didn't have any targets against him in 22. 21, he had 13 targets against him, 9 receptions for 69.2 percentage, 73 yards, 8.1 completion, 1 touchdown given up. So, I mean...
The one thing I would say I don't like is, according to his stats, he's more pass rusher than anything else.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
he's not going to make plays anywhere else other than rushing the passer.
Yeah.
His entire career, every game he's been available for, he's played in.
Mm-hmm.
He's only started 11
games.
11 games his entire career. He's been in the league 4 years,
4
right?
years,
And that matters because when you're looking at a guy that has no forced fumbles, no interceptions, it with the style of defense that this team plays because of the players that they've had, I don't think they're going to try to change the scheme that much, if at all.
Did you pick up on what McDermott said his press conference interview today?
I listened to some of it. I didn't get a chance to listen to
Well,
all.
it was very nuanced, but you guys know how I like to get into the nuances of what he says.
Oh yeah.
He said, when they asked about Bob Babbage and Bobby Babbage, because Bob is his dad, I should say that. They asked about how, he felt about him. He said, you of course you want continuity. He said, but you want new things too. You want to have new things, and I'm very interested in seeing what he does. With him and I being tied at the hip. Him and I being tied at the hip. What does that mean? Who's calling the plays? What's the system?
It's probably going to be back to what he was doing with Leslie Frazier, which is combining brains, and whenever he wants to take over, he'll just take it from Babbage.
Yep.
Okay, I'm about to blow a gasket. So
Don't blow a gasket.
we're talking about a head coach who, according to his verbiage, according to his language, has obviously not learned his lesson. You take the playbook away from Leslie Frazier in the 13 seconds game, we see what happens. You incorporate more so of your style of defense, and somehow that defense falls completely apart in the playoffs. With Leslie Frazier out, right? So I think it's been pretty clear and proven he's not as good defensively as he thinks he is. He's not bad.
In totality.
In totality,
Yeah.
right? Because
I wanna give
he's
him
not
credit,
he's
yeah.
not bad. His defense was not bad,
Yeah.
right? I can be objective, but it's not good enough to beat the people that he needs to beat.
Yeah. I mean, that's evident by the fact we keep losing to the same team that you built your team to play against.
Right.
And like I said, once again, I'm not going to say McDermott is not a good coach. He's a good, but you have shortcomings. Everybody has shortcomings.
Right.
And this happens to be his shortcoming, but he has to realize it.
Well, to me, as an owner, I don't think I can afford to. There's a little clip you got to push in, and it's like a little gray clip. You gotta like push it to the side, and it should pop right out from there. As an owner, there is something to be said about me choosing to believe in and trust in a head coach whose downfall is their mind. I could understand if they weren't a great communicator. You can work on that. I could understand if they were very apprehensive and unwilling to take chances and stuff like that. Like that's just them being fearful because of their experiences.
That's what they are, yeah.
Right? Even that you can work on because they can just choose to be different, like Brandon Staley did. Like he came out of the gate, going for it on fourth down, We doing this, we doing that, and then over time, he became more apprehensive to doing stuff like that. He became more reserved and trying to run the ball more and stuff like that. So even character issues can be worked on. What can't be worked on is decision making. Decision making comes from a very deep place, a place of self-belief, a place of self-confidence, a place of self-reliance that can't change unless the person does a great deal of work to change it.
Unless they really want to
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's right.
really
Right.
want to change.
They have to either hit rock bottom, or it has to be coming from a mentor of theirs that has a very real conversation with them to say, look, this ain't working. You need to change it. And then they choose to do it.
Yep.
But Sean McDermott is now shown there's certain things that he's willing to do out of necessity, like back up off the team a little bit, not be so harsh with the staff a little bit because of the Tyler Dunn report. And then there's other things like this where he still feels he needs to keep his hands on the defense because he's maybe a little nervous about the defensive coordinator he hired. Either you trust the guy or you don't.
Yeah.
You gave him the job. Like, to me, it's an asinine move to pay a guy to do a job that you feel you have to babysit. As a head coach, I shouldn't have to be tied to any of my staff.
No, I hear you.
It's frustrating.
I don't know if I'm ready to read too much into it. And on one hand, it's a new defensive coordinator who's never done a job before. I can help him out, which I'm cool with. But is that what he means? And that's why I say, what does that really mean? Because I don't know if I was in his shoes, would I just be like, close the door, do what you want the team. I'm not coming in, do your thing. Because you haven't proven anything yet. But I think, to your point, it's true. That's his downfall. Exactly what may happen. What they're set up for it with that defensive room is for him to step in and put his influence in there all over again.
Right.
Well, not all over again because it's never left.
Right. Steve Lynn writes in, defense was better this year, very injured during playoffs, but McDermott has not developed the talent, and Bean has missed big time on the early defensive picks. One of those is true. Technically, the Bills' defense was better than last year's, but Sean has not yet gotten this Bills defense to top Leslie Frazier's numbers.
Right.
Like Leslie Frazier's been top 5 pretty much
year.
every season he's been a defensive coordinator.
This is Steve, you said?
Yeah, Steve.
Steve, the thing about this, and I know we haven't had a chance to talk yet, but the thing about the way the defense is perceived from last year versus the years prior is just this: it was different. It wasn't broken, so you didn't need to fix it. You made it a little bit of window dressing. You put a little bit of paint up on the walls. You put a new picture up there, but it's the same house.
Right.
It's the same foundation. Everything was what it was under Frazier, down to the players almost.
Yeah.
The injuries were what they were, but how did we win those last 6 games of the season?
Right.
With the same injured players, we won with the same banged up.
Right, and that's the thing that gets me is like what was different about the playoff game? Like you said, they went all season long with all these same backup players that were playing pretty good, and then you get to a game against the Chiefs, and then
the same thing happens again.
Right.
Whether Trey's playing, whether Milano's playing, the same thing. Inherently, it's the same production.
Right.
Just a different cast.
Right. Steve Lynn writes in again, great coaches elevate average to slightly above average on his side of the ball to elite. McDermott has not done that.
Yeah, Steve, I agree. And I think, Steve, that's where me and Aramis especially almost what the show was founded on. That thought there. Because when we first started the show, we didn't hear anybody saying that.
Right.
We heard everybody saying, "Oh, this." No,
blaming Josh and blaming everybody else, but the person responsible.
And it's fine, and the thing is, it's fine if it's you. It's fine, but don't tell me it's not.
You ready to come to the dark side yet?
No, I never come to the dark side. He said not yet. And you ain't got to defend it because we're playing both sides evenly. We're not banging on the ground, but at the same time, we recognize he has his flaws.
Right.
We recognize what he's done for the team. We like what he's done for the team to a degree. The production.
And then I'll be the first to say he may be better off getting humbled and saying, hey, you didn't do so good. And it may be better for him in the long term. You know what I'm saying? It may be better for him, but I'm not ready to make that decision on him yet. But
I just question who here at One Bills Drive. We're not at One Bills Drive, but who here in Buffalo?
Is that Bernie out there? Steve Tasker?
Who here would say that to Sean? You know what I'm saying? Who here would be qualified enough to say that to Sean? Pagula's not saying it. Bean for sure ain't saying it because they're basically level. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, and really, let's be honest. If Sean wanted to, he can go to the owner and say, "I want another GM," and it would probably happen. He has that kind of power. But if there's nobody here to humble him, and he's allowed to continue to say things like, we'll just get to work on next year. We'll learn from our mistakes this year. How many years we got to learn from your mistakes?
That's the thing. It's not even a different mistake. It's the same mistake.
Yeah, right, that's what I'm saying. How many times you got to learn from the same mistake?
The only person who could do it is Pagula. He's the only one.
Right.
He doesn't even know he owns the Bills anymore. Did y'all see the roof? Y'all see the scoreboard? You see what? Oh, you talking about that team? I'm talking about this team. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no.
Steve writes in, KC has great coaches. We don't. We have maybe an above average coach, but not a Super Bowl winning coach. He hit his ceiling. 100%.
I agree.
Couldn't have said it better.
I agree.
And it's not even that, like when we started the show, I probably came off as somebody that hated Sean McDermott just for the sake of hating Sean McDermott.
He said probably.
Yes, probably.
Allegedly, right?
But you're right until somebody proves it. But ideally, I had an expectation of continuous growth. I understood at the very beginning that he was a first-time head coach, but I knew what I saw from who he studied under in Philly as far as learning about defense in Jim Johnson. Great coach, great defensive coordinator. He's been around some great players, especially players like Brian Dawkins, right?
Oh, can I interject?
Sure.
Because in his interview,
he did mention Brian Dawkins too. I think it was.
Well, that was no, that might have been Vincent, but yeah, that's what I was going to. In his press conference interview, he said, I've been blessed with having he hasn't, but I don't remember how he started, but he said he named the safety tandems. Yeah. He said Jordan, Micah, Deion Dawkins, Michael Lewis. The list goes on. Kurt Coleman. I said, what the hell did you say Kurt Coleman for? Why is he in this conversation? I said, you lost me with that one. Because you kept bringing him back. He did nothing. Why did you put Kurt Coleman in his conversation?
Was Coleman? No. Well, Coleman was on the Super Bowl team.
That's cool.
I mean,
I
think
I was like,
definitely Casey got better coaches, but I don't think McDermott's reached his ceiling yet.
No, I don't either. But I don't think he's going to because of what we said. Not now, but what we said when we first started the show. His own mind is going to keep him from getting his ceiling.
Right.
Because he's afraid. I would be fine losing to the Chiefs in the playoffs, going for it on fourth and whatever, because that was the situation. I'd be fine if we would have lost to the Eagles going for it in that last play of regulation.
Right. So you want that Dan Campbell mentality.
Well, but the thing is, like, if you know what you did isn't working.
Yeah.
The antithesis of that is doing something that you think might work.
Exactly.
Right.
And we've done the same thing every season.
Right. His mind won't allow him to say, you know what, we've been here before.
Right.
13 seconds happened. Why it right happened now? When we play Kansas City next year, because we will, what are you going to do different?
Right. And if we're going a step deeper, and Steve, I'll get to your comment in 1 second. If we're going a step deeper, even with what Sean was talking about today in terms of wanting more of those big plays and stuff like that, like the league is at a point now where it's prepared for the big play. It's purposely built to stop the big play. Everybody is playing too deep zone. Yeah. Everybody is playing split safety. Everybody it has a way to enable themselves to stop a team from having Tyreek Hill-esque explosive plays on them, right? And if that's the case, then I want my head coach to kind of be ahead of the curve.
Right.
Like, if we're really looking at what Andy Reid has done, there's only been 2 seasons where he's won the same way. Both seasons were when he had Tyreek Hill. After that, it's been 1 year they won with defense, and the other year they won with a running game that nobody thought they had.
Yep.
Right?
Adaptation.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Andy Reid has consistently, since he's been with the Chiefs, and even certain times when he was with Philly, he's consistently been ahead of the trend of defenses, right? And it makes perfect sense now with everybody trying to build their team to stop the pass. You set up to now run the ball. Now try and stop me with your small linebackers.
Right. Yep.
Right? So these are the things that I'm looking for out of my head coach to say, like, are you really thinking on a deeper level of how to beat the rest of the league? Are you thinking on a deeper level of how to be a consistent and constant winner? And Andy Reid has shown why he's the greatest the greatest coach in football right now, and that includes Bill Belichick. Like, Bill Belichick,
You had his day.
right? That's what I'm saying. When Bill was on top, he was staying ahead of the league in terms of defenses. You know what I'm saying? He built defenses that could stay ahead of whatever offensive trend was up and coming at the time.
Evident by his flip flop from 4-3-3-4, 4-3-3-4. He just went back and forth.
Right, and it didn't matter because his concepts, the way that he read teams, the way that he studied the game, the way that he studied tape, he could figure these things out on the fly and make adjustments in the game. Like, those are the type of coaches that I want.
Yep.
And everything that I've seen now. Boy, Steve, you lighten it up. And Lindsay, y'all lighten it up.
Keep going.
Right. I just to me I need that type of guy. I need that type of guy. The city needs that type of guy. We're at a point now where I think the team and the players we have are above the rah-rah guy. Like, screw the rah-rah guy.
Yeah.
We don't need another Marv Levy. We don't need a Lou Saban. We don't need none of these people.
No more none of that. Yeah.
Right? We not even a Rex Ryan.
Yep.
We need a Chan Gailey. And I'm not saying we got to go get Chan Gailey, but we need a guy like that who is innovative on offense, a guy that knows how to take pieces that have no business being good and making them good. And Steve, you basically said the same thing, but
I was. We used to talk about it all the time. All three of us. We used to sit on the couch in your house, and man, think of if Chan Gilly had this quarterback. Think about if he had this wide. We were watching them light it up with Donald Jones and
David Nelson,
and I'm like, how is this line not getting Pitts killed? How was the line not getting Pitts killed? That's what I wanted.
A basketball player was our best wide receiver during those years. A seventh round pick.
I
don't know, man. Still, y'all giving him too much credit, man. Stevie Johnson was the dude, but David Nelson and Donald Jones was terrible.
We know. That's what we're saying.
right.
But they were good for us.
They didn't look good.
No, they were good for us though.
They made plays.
They were good for us. Let's look it up.
They was not good for us.
He was fresh off of
Lee Evans high.
They was not good for us. I hated those guys.
Well, you hated them, and I hate Lee Evans.
But at least Lee Evans got better numbers than both of them, man.
He better had. Hold on. David Nelson.
Their numbers was atrocious, man.
Let's see what he did in Buffalo.
All right, let me get to these comments while you look for that. Okay, so Steve Lynn writes in 3 things you need: great quarterback, an above average roster, or elite coach. We have the QB. We need one more element, or just watch playoff eliminations. Right. He then goes on to say, McDermott turning the Bills into the 90s Knicks of the NFL. Sad. Agreed. Lindsay writes in, agree with Steve 100%. I will also throw in this. Hyde and Poyer have declined in production. Imagine the Bills with safeties like Cincy safeties in 21 or 22, or give me Whitehead with Poyer. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say James Williams. I was like, oh, come on now.
Listen. Lindsay also says Buffalo would have had the edge over KC in this year's playoff game. Yeah, and that's the sad part. It's like you look at the state of the team now. Essentially, it's decimated on defense. It's decimated. The foundation of your team was the middle. It was the safeties, the linebackers, and your defensive tackles. But you're in a you've allowed these, perceived learning curves that in Sean's mind it's going to take as long as it takes. Mm-hmm. Right? And in Sean's mind, that's okay because I got the full support of the owner. Right? I gave a lady a ride today, driving Uber. She's here on business to meet with the Bills. Mm-hmm. And she asked, can you have, and this is what made me ask this question, can you have consistent winning and how does she say it? Can you have consistent winning and I'm losing the thought. I think the idea was because we were talking about boy, my brain is not working right now. Okay, so to the comments.
Did you finish your linebackers?
No, we barely started. I will contend right now. Donald Jones was trash.
Yes.
David Nelson was not trash.
He was trash.
David Nelson was not trash.
He had 97 targets, 61 receptions, 658 yards, 5 touchdowns. That's not trash.
That's not trash?
No.
That's Gabe Davis.
Bull crap.
It's not?
Bull crap.
That's not a Gabe Davis.
You know how it's not? Gabe Davis, 17.3 yards per reception. David Nelson, 10.8. Not Gabe Davis. His longest catch of the year, 35 yards.
How many?
Not Gabe Davis, huh?
Did he ever eclipse 1,000 yards?
David Nelson?
Yep.
No.
Did he ever have 100 catches?
I hope not. No.
Trash.
Boy, Steve going in, boy. He said, what is Mahomes, Humphrey, McDuffie, what does Mahomes, Humphrey, and McDuffie have in common? All passed by the Bills. And then he says, oh, yeah, Cody Ford over DK Metcalf. Shame.
Who was Cody Ford over DK? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I was actually talking to my man about that. We have a history of dumb crap.
Yo.
I'm not even going to say Maven. That's low hanging fruit. But Toro Troop over Gronkowski.
Oh, my God.
Who I text him.
Troop.
Oh, yeah. We took Marcel Darius over A.J. Green and Julio Jones.
Wow.
We ain't have a quarterback to throw in the ball. Who gonna
Who
get
cares?
Right. You can get the quarterback later.
Hey,
At least you got somebody to throw to.
You saw what happened when Sammy came here.
Nah, Sammy told you why. No, Sammy told you what that was about.
Yeah.
He said, "I ain't care."
Right.
He had no quarterback.
No, he wanted to live he wanted to go on the chip strip and go over there and drink and smoke. He said it. He said, "I ain't even take it seriously." He said, "I wish I would have."
You want to know why he ain't take it seriously?
Why?
Because he knew he ain't gonna win nothing because he ain't had no quarterback.
Boulder Dash.
If I'm a wide receiver and I get drafted, where we going? Buffalo. Oh crap! I might as well start drinking.
J.P. Losman, Trent Edwards. Nah.
That was Eage. That was Eage.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah.
All right, linebackers.
Okay, back on task. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I got the only other one I got of note is Willie Gay Jr.
I don't want him.
What?
No.
Why would you not want him?
Good question.
You
I'm glad
can
you
argue,
asked. I'm glad you asked.
Let it commence.
Willie Gay Jr.
Here we go.
Let's look at his
I'm glad
stat
you
line for.
I did.
He played
brother.
16 games, started 15.
No,
he had 1 sack, 58 total tackles, 44 solo tackles, 1 forced fumble, 1 interception.
I was a hater.
Not good enough.
I was a hater. He had a down year.
And I'll have to pay him a lot of money.
No, you don't.
Not worth it.
That's the only thing you don't.
You don't think so?
No.
No, his
How much?
market value is $7 million.
That's too much for me.
Well,
Because I mean,
He's only
for the
26.
Bills, he's not going to start.
I mean that's true. I wouldn't pay $7 million for a backup.
Yeah.
That's true too.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I got 2 guys.
But still, your argument is still invalid. Just because. I can have that opinion.
Still invalid. I got 2 guys. One is a sleeper that people probably don't know about, but this dude is a emerging beast.
Who you got?
Should I start with him or should I take the low hanging fruit?
The low hanging fruit. Keep me in suspense.
First? Yeah. Let's go with the low hanging fruit first. Give me my man Devin Bush, baby.
How old is he?
Yo, he's only 25.
Oh, is he 25?
25. And he was when we came out, he was a 4.4 guy.
Who said that? It was Levante Davis, the old one, right?
Levante Davis.
Devin Bush is the young one, yes.
So
I overlooked him for that. I thought he was old.
Don't get confused with Devin White.
No, I know. Devin Bush wasn't he in Pittsburgh?
He was in Pittsburgh, but he's in Seattle now.
Yeah.
Bro, I will take him in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I saw him on there, and I, I was thinking he was older than he actually is.
Yeah,
You're right.
He's only 25. I'll take him in a heartbeat.
What did you see a market value for him or no?
I'm not sure his
he made 3.5 last year.
What did he look like? What was his stats look like?
So he wasn't a starter in Seattle though.
Let me see what he looked like.
So in Seattle, 13 games played, 3 games started. He had 36 tackles.
So yeah, 36. Trash.
His last year with Pittsburgh, he got the most. I'm sorry, no, his first year in Pittsburgh, he got the most snaps. He had a 82.4% snap percentage.
Yeah, he was All-Pro, third place defensive rookie of the year.
Yeah, he was a beast in Pittsburgh.
Right, but
I don't know if he had an injury.
The next 2 years after that, he wasn't that great until his last year in Pittsburgh.
I mean, I'm guessing you're taking on the premise that he can get it back.
Yes. He's still young. He still got the speed. He still is coachable, and we got my man Babbage. He can coach up anybody, baby.
And that's why Chazon was like. That's why I was like, okay, Chazon, you're good because of who we got. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, not like Devin Bush in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I definitely take him.
I don't know how much is he gonna ask for, but
y'all ready for my sleeper?
Do it.
Yeah.
Nathan Landman.
Who?
Lamans?
Exactly. Landman. Landman.
Where the heck you find this dude at?
He played for Atlanta.
No wonder somebody watches Atlanta. People in Atlanta don't watch Atlanta.
My man is 25.
Mm-hmm. Nathan Landman. Hold on, I gotta look this up. Go ahead.
He played 16 games. He only started 13. 110 tackles, 66 solos, 3 forced fumbles, 1 interception, 2 sacks.
Fam, this dude was born in Zimbabwe.
Yo. Sign him.
Yo.
Sign him now.
Key. My man could ball, bro. He could ball. And he was undrafted. He could ball. I would love to be able to scoop this dude up. And put him with my man Babbage. We got another Matt Milano.
So it looks like he's got 17 blitzes. He's gave up 29 receptions for 262 yards, so it was 9 yards per completion. Average depth of target was 2.5. So, I mean, I wouldn't be the only thing I'm looking at right now. And Aramis knows exactly what I'm talking about.
What?
Is missed tackle percentage.
He can hit though, man.
When he tackles you, 10.6 is high. That's 10.6 missed tackle percentage. That's high. But how much does he weigh? Solid guy. 6'3", 235. Yeah. And
if I was on the scout team, I'll tell Bills, yo, pick this dude up now. Get him.
Well, I think Brandon Beane's listening right now, so make your play. Make your case.
Get him. Get my man Nate. Get him in the Buffalo Bills uniform, man.
And he's technically not even – he signed a reserve futures contract earlier last year. So, snaps-wise –
And really the only reason why he kind of put on my market, too, was because of fantasy. Like, he had a lot of tackles. I'm like, yo, who
you got him on your team?
Dude? He wasn't on my team, but I've noticed him in fantasy because he got a lot of tackles.
Yo, you a different animal to be scouting defensive players in fantasy. That's crazy.
Sir.
I'm still trying to figure this out.
Hey, I got to get every advantage I can get.
I hear you. I ain't mad at it.
But yeah, I would love to get this guy.
Okay.
I think he has a ton of potential.
And the other ones I had Zach Bond as a backup.
What's the name? What sound familiar? The Saints. Okay.
Saints. Yeah, Zach Bond. Last year he played 17 games, started 6. He was mostly special teams, so that's what I thought about as a backup. Mostly special teams, 30% of the defensive snaps. Last year he had 30 tackles, 10 assisted, 4 tackles for loss. So he didn't really do much, but it's just a depth guy that I hope we never get to. But I wanted somebody on the team so we can satisfy the quota for special teams players. Tyler Medikevich, and I think I got him. I think they had him somewhere around like $3 million a season. So
okay.
I have one free agent sleeper.
Who you got?
I just want to see his 40 time really quick.
I told you can't look at any more measurables.
Oh my gosh.
That's next show. Never mind.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Trash.
Linebacker out of San Diego State. I'm sorry, sir. What team did you play for in the NFL? Just start going at everybody's neck. Oh my gosh, comments here. Wow, Lindsay asking other people questions. She asking Steve who he's picking in the first round. Lindsay writes in, how about Bryce Huff for $9 million?
As a backup,
He's 25 from the Jets.
Yeah, I saw him, and that's from New York, right? The Jets.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I can't do it because $9 million is too steep for a backup.
But here's the thing: do you think?
I'm hearing you out.
Putting this out there. Let's just say we did get him. Could he take the starter position from Bernard or nah?
You just don't want to pick Bernard that much.
No. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Here's my thing. I'm cool with our two linebackers.
Yeah.
But do you want to challenge them or are you good? You want to? Should we hone those guys and make those guys better, or should we challenge and get the best product we can put on the field?
Unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
If I'm doing that, I'm going at Milano's neck.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Why?
He can't stay healthy.
Okay.
And I think his contract is coming up soon. So the next year, after next year or something like that. So if you're going to try to position yourself for the future, it's got to be the older one, the one that's. I mean, he's got what he's making $11-14 million this year. Yeah, I want to have a succession plan for him, and that's what I looked at when I was looking at the college players here. Who can play like Milano? Who can do what he does? And I mean, in essence, they both kind of do. Bernard and Milano do the same thing. But I really was like, if Milano misses time again, because when he misses time, he misses time. It's like something broken, something jacked up.
Right.
So, you need somebody that you can. I don't want to hear any more about the injuries. I don't want to hear any more. I mean, of course, a rookie's not going to be all pro Milano.
Right.
But I don't want to hear, oh man, it was AJ Klein and we were that. No. That day is over. And I thought to myself earlier today, I said, you know what? I'm not loyal. Screw loyalty. Why do I say that? I'm loyal. Let me back up. I'm loyal to Josh Allen. I'm loyal to Dalton Kincaid. I was going to say maybe Stephon Diggs and Dalton Kincaid. On defense, who am I loyal to? Competition breed. What do they say? Iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
I might be loyal to Milano, and I think for me,
a healthy one,
a healthy Milano, and I think Bernard. Like I think I would keep our linebackers.
I think
everybody else I can get rid of.
Yeah. See, I think they could win a competition, so I'm not really worried about them.
Yeah,
but I would love to not have to rely on Dodds. Well, we got these two, so we got Dodds and Kevich and this. I don't want that no more.
So you still bring in.
I bring in, maybe not $9 million talent, but I bring in somebody that I feel comfortable can fit in where we left off.
Yeah.
So, which brings me to my sleeper we talking about right now. Out of
what's his 40 time?
4.45. Oh yeah. You know how I go. You got speed, baby.
A is not picking a slow
player
at any position.
Not ever, never.
He gonna have the fastest 40 times in the line.
100%. Even better. Not only does he run a 4.45, but he's 6'2", 235. He's a real linebacker. Linebacker.
Who's this?
Segun Olubi.
Right. Oh, wait.
San Diego State. He played for the Colts last year.
Did he play?
Yeah, he played. Let me see. He played
because the name sounds familiar, but
how you spell his last name?
Don't do the first name.
Olubi. First name is Segun. Segun.
Do the first name. It's easier.
What?
Ubi. Yep.
Olubi.
He played in 15 games. He started 2 games. He played 114 snaps. He had 18 tackles. 1 interception.
Ooh, he's an undrafted guy, too.
Yes.
College of Idaho. He didn't go to Idaho University? Good Lord. Okay. Okay.
That speed, that size.
He was pretty productive in them 2 games he started.
Right.
Yo, Key, trash.
Right. Talk about it. Talk about it.
He was pretty good in 2 games.
Trash.
Talk about it.
Hey,
Trash.
bring him in.
I mean, what'll it hurt? I mean, if he's a sleeper, you're talking about low end money, so
Bring him on my man Nate in, man. Bring them boys in.
Trash.
bring him in.
Yeah.
Sagoon.
All right, we got a bunch of comments piling up here. Let me see.
I'm loving the comment pile up.
Yo, for real.
the traffic jams.
Lindsay says she's eyeing a wide receiver for our first round pick.
Who, Lindsay? Who?
Calvin
You know
Ridley.
Brian
she
Thomas
wants Myron
Jr.?
Harrison. Well, okay, so Lindsay,
Okay,
if,
he's
if
going.
you're going
Roma
to get a wide
Jr.'s
receiver,
going.
are you trying to trade up? And if you do trade up, who you trying to take? If you stay at 28, who you think you're getting? Answer that.
Calvin Ridley.
Dang, that was forceful. Answer that.
I'm sorry, Lindsay. If you wish,
If you so
wish
choose.
to answer, you don't have to do anything.
She's part of the family. We can talk.
I feel scared.
Let me see. So Steve writes in, if we draft a wide receiver, if we draft a wide receiver, will Brady really be good next year, or is he going to look more like Carolina Brady? What y'all think about that? I think he's trying to say if we don't draft a wide receiver, will Brady really be good next year, or is he going to look more like Carolina Brady?
I'm right. Nah, go ahead.
If we don't see, it's a bad question for me because in my mind I can't see us not drafting one
At all.
Like,
Yeah.
I feel like
none of the 10
we
picks.
have to.
Well,
Like, it's a
I
must.
think he means in the first round.
Oh,
like
Oh,
Okay,
first round?
okay.
No,
Yeah.
no, I'm not. No, because I mean, I'm sorry. You go ahead.
Me personally, I think giving him the benefit of the doubt, I think he's good at using what he has.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think he's shown that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
even if he gets somebody in the 3rd or 4th, my man Corley, like I think he'll be able to use them.
But the thing is too, if you this was Steve, right?
Yeah.
Steve, go back watch our last show. We did a breakdown of wide receivers in the draft. Man, we're gonna ask you a question, so I'm not dismissing you, but I want you to take a look at the last one just so you can get an idea of this show on wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I don't think that the value, if it's not Brian Thomas Jr. or Troy Franklin, will be there at 28. And I'm the kind of guy that I don't want to give up everything to move ridiculously high. You might be able to move up, a pick or two and get Troy Franklin or Brian Thomas Jr. But the wide receiver pool this year is so deep.
It is deep.
It's so deep. I mean, there's a couple of guys I would keep my hands off of. Keon Coleman. But
be
Xavier
pissed
Worthy's.
He was pissed if we draft that dude.
I might be. I don't want to see another Kelvin Benjamin. I think
That's-
Josh Allen is not. He doesn't want to be a ball placement guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't want to have to throw receivers open.
Right.
He just
wanna
wants
put
to
it
get
on
it
you.
to right.
Put it on you.
Right.
That's what he's made his money doing. And I think you look at Malachi Corley. You look at Xavier Worthy. I mean, Nia Smith. You look at what's the other guy? Adnai.
What about the other Xavier? You don't like him?
Xavier Leggett.
Leggett.
He's fine. It's not the
You
first
said
round.
Anaya Smith
Oh.
already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
So
not
put him in the first.
not the first. He's not a first round
Yeah,
talent.
no.
He's not a
Right,
first round talent. I mean, you're gonna watch him this week on I think it's Saturday. You're like, oh snap!
Yeah.
Don't be fooled by the hype.
So real quick to answer this quick because we starting to get long in the tooth time wise. If I had to answer that as far as not drafting a wide receiver, I think that still leaves free agency open for me, and I think there are guys that I could sign like a Curtis Samuel that we talked about, Darnell Mooney, and even Hollywood Brown. I think would.
Why do you keep Peoples Jones
Listen.
and even Hollywood Brown?
say something else about Hollywood
You keep
Brown?
bringing this dude up and even Hollywood Brown. No, Peoples Jones.
People forget Peoples Jones.
I don't even really know
His
anything about him.
separation rate is terrible. But yeah, so I think Brady, if he has the weapons that he needs outside, because his system is definitely an outside system. It's an air raid system. If he has the speed outside, his system can work. I think the issue in Carolina was he wasn't given enough leeway to run the offense that he really wanted to run. On top of that, he didn't have a good quarterback, right? If you look at the way the offense performed, even because I think it was the year he was there was Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield, right? Is that right or wrong?
I believe I don't know about Mayfield, but I know Darnold.
I think Baker was there.
Was he there?
I think he was there,
Okay.
and then he wind up getting traded late.
Okay.
And then Sam Darnold came in or something like that. Yeah, it was something wonky like that where Steve says, "Don't worry, Hollywood is not going to happen in Buffalo."
Thank you, Steve.
That's probably right. It's probably right. I don't think he has the
favorite.
Personality that Sean wants around.
You're my favorite anyway.
Jeez. But yeah, so I think if Brady has the weapons outside to run his system, he can be successful. However, and the added benefit that he has is he actually has a good quarterback. Right, I think any coordinator that has a good quarterback can make their system flourish. But Brady's had Joe Burrow. He now has Josh Allen. You could see what Brady did with very limited weapons last year that Josh Allen had, and a system that kind of handcuffed what some of these players are really capable of. So I'm willing to give Brady the benefit of the doubt based on what I've seen. Both in college and in the pros, to say that, I think even if the Bills don't draft a receiver in the first round, I think they could still have a good season. I think he could still have a top 15, top 10 offense. Top 10. Yeah, I think he can definitely do that.
I mean, you got to remember, even if all is not lost because we have Dalton,
the DKs.
Kincaid. Yeah, I know.
The DKs.
We have Dalton Kincaid. So I mean, I know he's not a receiver. He's not that burner. But if you get to a situation where you have to use James Cook in the flats, you got to get him with a jugs machine. You got to get Stephon Diggs and Khalil Shakir. We still got a lot of pieces out there. A lot of pieces that just because you don't get that wide receiver, there's going to be somebody over there who's better than Gabe. But to answer your question, 2020, Joe Brady had Teddy Bridgewater, P.J. Walker, Joseph Carlton, and DJ. No, I'm sorry. He had Teddy Bridgewater, P.J. Walker. 2021, Joe Brady had Sam Darnold, Cam Newton, and that was when he got canned, isn't it? Yep. So he had Sam Darnold, Cam Newton, and P.J. Walker. Those are the quarterbacks he was under. Now, okay, so we covered the linebackers in free agency. Now, did you have anybody you had your eye on in the draft?
So, probably won't get to this guy.
He'll be gone, or
I think so. I only seen two. The one that Aramis picked when I saw the show. So I watched him and saw some tape. The guy from Notre Dame, I kind of like him.
You know what?
Kind of like him.
Watch his tape, but watch a full game's highlights.
Yeah.
You'll see his propensity to overrun plays.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I like the linebackers that get stops. I like the linebackers that not the ones that tackle, not the ones that, but I like the ones that make pads sing. So when I looked at Jeremiah Trotter Jr.'s tape. Excellent cover linebacker. But there's not one tackle he made where he's not hanging on somebody's waist and trying to swing them down. There's not one play where he stood somebody up in a hole. Yeah. There's not one play. I saw plays where he stutter-stepped the running back to get around to the quarterback. He doesn't look for any contact. My guy, and this is a guy I think if he falls to the Bills, you guys might be upset because I could see McDermott drafting him in the first round.
Who?
Peyton Wilson. Peyton Wilson out of North Carolina State.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because, well, one, Peyton Wilson is, I think he's 6'3", 235. He's a devout Christian. Nothing wrong with that, but McDermott and his faith. He's a wrestler.
Ooh,
how McDermott is. And he slid to run a 4.4 as a linebacker, 6'3", 235. Aramis' eyes didn't even perk up. He didn't care. But what I came away from with Peyton Watson at the Senior Bowl, he was interviewed and he gave a good interview. But for me with Peyton Watson, he's a physical tackler. He's athletic, so he can drop back in coverage. He makes plays whether he's going forward, backward, or sideways, sideline to sideline. His drawback is going to be his strength and conditioning. He needs to get in the weight room because his arms and legs are small. Mm-hmm. He's built like a little wafty guy, even though he's 6'3", 235. My favorite guy, well, we went over Tyrese Knight last show in my mock draft. But my favorite guy is Edgerrin Cooper out of Texas A&M.
Okay.
Edgerrin Cooper, 6'1", 227.
It's not a real linebacker.
So Terrell Bernard's not a real linebacker either. Then.
He's a little high.
No, that's
though.
true. You're right.
He's a little high.
He's a safety.
I don't think the Bills I don't think he'll ever fall to the Bills.
He's in the second round usually. But
here they got what's this? This is Draft Buzz. They got him rated as the second best.
Yeah, he's the second best behind Peyton, I think.
Dallas Turner.
Dallas Turner.
The guy from Alabama.
Is it edge or is he a linebacker?
Hybrid.
Okay. Yeah, no. The reason why I like Edgerrin Cooper is because he had 14. What do you have? He had, I think, 17 tackles for loss 17 and a half tackles for loss last year. He's a popper.
Dang.
Every time you see somebody, he's a track down guy.
Yeah.
He makes stops. He makes plays in coverage. He makes plays against the run. I mean, this guy, as Aaron likes to say, he put on some weight, put on 5 pounds. You're 232 at 6'1". You're good to go.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, the Kynes is he's smallest in stature. He needs to get lower against the run blocking. So basically, what I mean by that is, if a guard comes up and scoops him up, he's got to almost get his knee to the ground when the block is coming, and he needs to get disciplined in his own coverage. So he's not the best at deciphering his responsibilities just yet. But as a backup linebacker right now, I could see him fitting in with Milano. I could see him fitting in for Bernard. I could see where we wouldn't have a fall off when this guy is on the field.
I got one more draft guy. Now, I'm looking at this because I'm kind of like the opposite. Like, I know you mentioned earlier that you want somebody to take over when Milano leaves that could play like Milano. I'm kind of selfish. I still want that dominant linebacker play that I haven't seen in Buffalo for years.
You want a linebacker throwback?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I want somebody who's going to hit, who can bump receivers. Like, I want a nasty hitter, fast linebacker.
You about to talk about my boy?
I don't know. This kid, Javon Solomon.
No. That's not my guy. I haven't seen the guy, but
Javon Solomon out of Troy. This dude is slated to run a 4.4. He is comparable. They're comparing him to Nick Herbig from Pittsburgh. He's bendy. He's quick. Like, he's like a hybrid edge type linebacker. Like, I would love to have this guy if we get a chance to draft him.
I like it.
Okay. I mean, nobody's mentioned my guy yet. I mean, you mentioned him earlier.
Well, he runs a 4.39. What's he run? What's this guy run? So go ahead and say it. You can say it.
Hold on, let me see.
You don't have it memorized? He's not that fast.
This is the same guy you put on your
my mock draft.
Your mock draft.
Yeah.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, Notre Dame. Maris Lufau.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can get his 40 time real quick.
I got it.
They're saying he may run a 4.5.
Yeah.
Estimated.
In college, he was a 4.5 guy, I believe, too. Let me see. His 40 time. Okay, so he ran. Yeah, he ran a 4.58 in college, which means he's probably going to be mid to low 4.5 for the draft if he does the work. Right. If he does the work. Now, at 6'2", 239, lose 4 pounds, get down to 235, looks better on paper. Maybe that helps him a little bit more. I know he's aiming for sub 4.5 to kind of bring up his draft status, but
yeah, I think he needs to lose weight.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't want him to lose too much weight. I think if he can come in at 234, 235, somewhere around there. I mean, he was at 239 in college.
He was 220 when he got to Notre Dame. I think he's maxed out now. He's got that weight like I was trying to put on when I was playing. Yeah, I think 230 is about. I'm not going to split here. 234 is fine.
Okay. And the only reason I say 234, like I wanted to say 230, but then I thought about the way he plays. He's going to need a little bit of that extra oomph with him, you know, especially if he's going to be blitzing and stuff like that. Like he's more of a downhill guy when it comes to.
He's a manufacturer kind of guy, yeah.
Right, but again, he's very, very strong in coverage. You know what I'm saying? So, I think we're really like the way he plays on tape. I think we're looking at the linebacker version of Palomalu. I'm willing to go out on a limb and say that. Again, all of this comes down to what Mike Tomlin said, which is if you're looking for pedigree and you're willing to coach, you can get the best out of guys. Right? It's the reason why Pittsburgh always has great defenses. It's the reason Pittsburgh always has all kind of playmakers show up on offense. It's a matter of coaching. If you can find the athletic guys, if you can find the guys with the size and the speed and all that kind of stuff and coach them up right, you can get out of them what you need to get out of them. It's just whether or not you have the ability to produce that.
This guy definitely looks like a coverage linebacker. He got them arms and span like Edmonds. He's long.
Who you talking
about? His guy Lufu. He's in the top percentile for wingspan.
What does it say for wingspan?
79.
79.
Who? For who?
That's your guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's in the top 10 percentile for the linebackers for wingspan.
Oh yeah, I mean 79. That's 6'7". That's in his starting mid.
Yeah.
So.
And then his arms is 34 inches. So he's pretty wide. So it makes sense of why he would be a good coverage linebacker.
Yep.
Yeah, I think for him, he really has to work on his pursuit angles. He has to work on reading plays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, but again, that's the same.
No, I'm not going against you. I'm just saying that's what I'm saying. I'm not. He'd be a fine backup. I really do.
Right.
I think he'd be a fine guy.
No, I guess I really only wanted to point out, to me, that's what was disappointing about Dorian Williams was that they said the same thing about him. And when you looked up the comp on Draft Buzz, the comp for Lou Fowl was Dorian Williams, right? Mm-hmm. What that really speaks to is, did they really know how to get the most out of a Dorian Williams type player where they needed to teach, instincts against the run? You know what I'm saying? I think in terms of coverage, Dorian Williams wasn't a coverage guy. He played against the run, right? But even with that, you took a guy with bad run instincts too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what did you expect to get? Now, Lou Fowl is a completely different player. Great in pass coverage, great as a blitzer. What?
My bad. I'm reading his scouting report. His scouting report, bro. It says he's a violent tackler.
Yes, he is. Yo,
he's violent.
Did you hear when I read Palomalu's draft profile?
Nah.
Yo, they said the same exact stuff. Bad instincts. Prefers to set up for the big hit as opposed to going for the interception.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the same stuff that they're saying about Lou Fowl, they're saying about you know what I'm saying. So it's like, man, like
I like that. Tough,
right,
violent tackler with a nonstop motor.
I could see Jalen Ford coming to Buffalo.
Who?
Jalen Ford out of Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6'3", 242, fifth rounder. I have a 5th round grade on him.
5th round?
Yeah. He's a very comfortable player in coverage. He's got good ball skills. He's willing to run support. He's got great closing speed. Long. I mean, every time you see a playmaker, a stop, he's going to get it. Mm-hmm. Evident by he had 6 interceptions in his college career. He had 4 pass defenses. He had 4 fumbles forced, 3 sacks, 27 tackles for loss in his career, over 10 his last 2 years. Total tackles over 100 the last 2 years. And I mean, you look, like I said, if you put on his tape, you would see him chasing people down. You would see him popping people. You would see him intercepting the ball, just high pointing it, taking it out of the air. Yeah. Not balls just falling into his hands. He reads it and just goes and gets it. And I think McDermott, and I'm thinking Babbage, especially in the 5th round, maybe even the 4th, depending on how the first 4 rounds go. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking it'd be too rich of a player for them to pass up on.
Yeah.
Okay. if we don't have anybody else,
Nah, I got all my guys.
Well, I'll put it like this. I don't have other guys to go over, but I'll put it like this. I'll just let you know who else I looked at.
okay.
J.D. Bertrand from Notre Dame.
Yeah, I drafted him in my mock draft. Yeah, I did.
Nah, fam.
I did.
No, you did. You did. But
One.
nah, fam.
Yo, want him?
Nah, fam.
Nah.
Bertrand is he's like Rudy. He's like Rudy. Like, he's not athletic. He's not really a hitter. He blitzes on manufactured plays. So basically, he had a twist or stunt. He finds a hole and just goes. He's not a great tackler. Everything he does is like when those wrap and try to drag down. I can't use that. I mean, in coverage, he's so. He's okay.
Did you get a chance to look at Ulofoshio
From where? No, I didn't see
Washington?
No, I didn't look at that. Was he a undrafted free agent?
No,
or was he
might have been.
too high for it?
I took him in the 7th round.
I'm gonna say, because I didn't even go. I'm gonna do another segment. Maybe that'll be the shorts where I do the hidden talent.
Okay.
But
surprisingly, 6 foot 239. He ran a 4.6.
Off your board.
Yeah.
He said off your board.
I mean, I picked him in the mock draft. Like, the reason I picked him, though, he good player against the run, decent pass coverage skills, but he played on a team that went to the national championship, so he's got big game experience.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it didn't look like he shrunk in the moment either. He still made some pretty good plays. I think, again, from me, it's all about the development. Can you put these guys in the right position? I think he fits that Tyrell Dotson mold. You know what I'm saying? At 6 foot, he can probably get down to 230 and be exactly what the Bills need to to get below 4.6 to maybe a mid 4.5. You know what I'm saying? And that's good enough in our defense playing zone coverage most of the time. So,
the last two linebackers the last two linebackers I was going to talk about were edge rushers. So kind of like in a Von Miller role. Jonah Ellis out of Utah, 6'1", 243. I mean, this guy, if you watch this tape, he's got the bend. He's nasty against the tackle. And he can't be stopped. He's all over the place. I think he might be a little too rich for our blood because he's not going to be there when we draft our second pick. But, he's just all over the place. And Chris Braswell, who made Bruce Feldman's freak list, ranked number 10. He wrote, Braswell is the biggest freak at 6'3", 243. He squats 705 and power clean 405. Dang. He also vertical jumped 38.5. Dang. He's got extremely violent hands. He's a bullet rusher.
That's my new word that I like.
Who we talking about?
Chris Braswell.
Oh, okay.
Anytime I see the word violent in a scouting report,
He going to the Patriots.
I like that.
6'3", 257?
I can see.
He going to the Patriots right now.
I can see him being, yeah. And that's the thing. This kind of guy, what did he have last year? He had 42 tackles, 8 sacks, 1 interception for 28 yards and a touchdown.
8 sacks, bro.
8 sacks. I mean, this guy is extremely violent on the outside. He'll rush and he seeks out contact. 4'5", 40. Like I said, 6'3", 257.
That size and ran a 4.5?
Mm-hmm.
Holy
Look at his pass
crap.
rush percentage, 94 percentile.
Alabama, baby.
Yep.
Alabama.
Holy
Roll
crap.
Tide.
So, I mean,
I couldn't, like, I like the size and I love the speed, but what would the Bills do with that guy?
that would be my
Lorenzo Alexander?
Huh?
Lorenzo Alexander?
I was gonna say, yeah, my spell to. I mean, you could use him as a spell to work with Von Miller and see if you can develop a pass
Put
rush.
him on the edge, man.
Yeah, because I mean, he's got the power rush, he's got the speed, the power, he's got the power to speed. He's got a first step out of this world.
Right.
And I just want somebody to work with Von Miller that has a hand to counters. If you can get this guy some counters with that size, you might find yourself a gem.
Outside looking in agrees with your take on Alabama. He is not a Tide fan.
Thank you. Thank you. It pains me to mention any Alabama person favorably.
Listen, the only player that Keyshawn said he was okay with from Alabama was Julio Jones. That's it. That's the only one there. How about this guy? Where'd he go to school? Alabama. Nah. I don't want him. Pass.
Nope.
Don't want him.
Can't do it.
it's understandable. I get it.
I have a bias, but I think next show I actually have research on where the Bills scout the most and where they draft the most. I think Pac-12, they definitely like the Big Ten. So if you're looking at SEC players, you're probably not gonna get too many of them because the Bills don't really use that. They don't go in that well too often.
Right.
So I do have the numbers on exactly who they drafted from where, and I'll bring that to the show next time.
Sweet.
Also, I would love to do another mock draft for all three of us. So
Okay, wait. Before you say that, did you see what I put in the text thread?
No.
So this is my idea. Y'all don't have to do it. But I wanted to do like a real war room situation on the show live. Right?
During the draft?
During the draft. So like I'll be Sean McDermott.
Wait, during a real draft?
No, we don't. It don't have to be. It could be whatever. Like next episode,
Friday. Yeah,
it don't matter. But
I'm about to say I'm gonna be on the TV like this. I want to be like.
I know. Yeah. Post podium pie.
Oh wait, hold on. We
Home of the all truth.
No, so wait. Did they just say Alabama? Who's Alabama?
Yo, we just traded. Oh, I'm sorry. We lied. My bad. No. Yeah, but so like I'll be Sean McDermott. You could be Brandon Beane, and of course the most frugal person in the room can be Terry Pagula.
No, I'm Jim Overdorf. I'll be Overdorf. Huh? I want to be Overdorf.
Overdorf?
Yes.
Okay. All right. he gonna be the scout. So basically you got to run to me. Oh no, you run to him. Right, and you give him, who you like, and then he got to decide. Okay, well, Sean might like him, and him, and then right, because that's how it works. No, but in all seriousness, though, I think it would be not only the funniest thing in the world to play those roles, but I think it would be very interesting for us to have to come to an agreement on one player for each round.
Right.
If anybody knows us, this is gonna be hilarious.
And I want to see how many players actually the Bills, like if any of our players the Bills actually
Yes,
pick.
exactly. Like we really have to be the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be hell having to agree on one player. Like,
we're not going to get past the first 3 rounds. This is going to be the longest show in history of Post Podium.
All right, Key, we're staying put at 28. Who do you want?
Like, all right. The value is here. I want him. No,
me and A want wide receiver. Let's go.
Right.
I'm at 28, I'm going home.
She was like, hold on. Wait a minute. He's still available.
Breaking news, Jim Overdorf has quit the Bills.
After 36 years, you finally push him to the edge. This is gonna be great. Ooh, I can't wait.
It took a wide receiver argument to fight. That was the final straw for Overdorf. Of all the incompetency in coaching, the 20-year drought, none of that was ever good enough for Overdorf to leave. This was the one thing that did it.
I think we should do it though. Let's do it after the combine.
Yeah, combine. Yeah. Combine ends on the 4th,
so we can rack and stack.
Yeah, we can do it on the. Well, if you can we'll just do it the next Monday after the 4th.
So we can take the players that we like on tape, and now we got the combine to look to, so that we can all put the information together, and I can convince Key why we should take this wide receiver.
Right.
Steve
thinks I'm way too reckless to play McDermott. What y'all think?
I think so. Steve knows very well. Now, yeah, we can set that up for 2 Mondays from now because the combine is over next Monday.
Bet. Yeah, we gonna need
Fridays,
those numbers.
Yeah,
right.
So we'll do.
Okay, cool. Outside looking in says we got to make the clock 3 minutes around.
That's bogus, OLI. That's bogus. It's 10 minutes.
Why did he get 10 minutes and we only get 3?
He's like, because you guys talk too much.
That's probably right.
That's
probably right.
We have a ball. You guys love us.
Yeah. Okay.
We love you too. But that's it for today.
All right. Wow, my camera went out.
All of them. They all went. That's how the computer said.
Rotating.
The computer said you're breaking them.
Right. Shut them down. All right, where we at? Let me see here. It is time.
Can you just swing that one to him because we don't need any more cameras on us. Just swing that.
I hope you all got your money ready.
Here it is. We're good. Go flip it over.
Get your raffle tickets out.
My man, you did it.
It is time
for him to go over 90 seconds.
For the under over 90. It's double 90? Put your money on that. Put your money on that right now.
He
please.
Does that. He can do that. He's got that down to a science.
I'm going to be like the guy that ran out streaking during the Super Bowl. Did y'all hear about that?
Yes.
The man made over $300,000 and only got $1,000 fine.
What's funny about that? This happened 2 years ago, and the player did the same thing, but he didn't get the money.
For real?
They didn't give it to him because they found out that he put the bet in and he the one who did it, so they didn't. So I don't know how this dude got paid because the last dude, he didn't get paid.
That's dumb. How could they stop a payment for that?
Basically, they're saying that it was
rigged.
Fraud. Yeah, it's fraud.
Because you made the bet and then you purposely ran on the field so you can cash in on your bet. That you
It was
put out
probably
there.
the same guy that went streaking before and learned his lesson. Was like, hey, baby, listen, I need you to do something for me real quick.
It was the dude in the blue shirt they threw up in the air.
All right, let me see what we got here. Ready? It's 9:02. All right, 90 seconds.
It doesn't matter what time it is. You're not doing it.
Yeah, if you get in my way, probably. Anyway, here we go. All right, if you hear the music, that means I got 90 seconds to get out of here. So here's how it's going to go down right now. I'm going to tell y'all to like, subscribe, make that thing.
Ring-a-ling-a-ling.
There you go. You said it fast enough this time. We greatly appreciate everybody that's sent in comments. We love interacting with y'all. Steve, listen, I don't care if you come on my neck, my head, my legs, my ankles. I'm just with the enjoyment of interacting with people.
Yeah.
Say what you got to say. Don't be afraid to say it. That's how we do it on the show.
Yeah.
Welcome. And for everybody else, if this is your first time watching, welcome. Please comment. We always love getting back to people, you know, within the first 24, 48 hours of a comment. Listen, outside looking in, stop sending comments because I'm tempted to read them. Stop it right now.
Yeah, buddy.
With that being said, Basketball Truth and Knowledge, my oldest son, June, he's got his own podcast, Everything Basketball. He lives this stuff. He does all the research, got all the stats, all that stuff, right? So if you're into basketball, definitely go check that out. With that being said, outside looking in, this has been the home of the All Truth, No Sodium Takes, the Post Podium Podcast. I have been your co-host, Aramis.
Melly Mac.
Whoa. Speed it up.
Did he do it? Wow. We out.
He did
It's
it.
key.
We out.
It's
In
key.
the face. I did it, mama. Baby, I'm coming home. Keep that plate hot.
Ain't no plate. How's it going?